against the Union College Garnet Chargers. I am Andrew Santillo alongside Connor Collette, and we are here at what has been a on and off sprinkle here in Schenectady, New York, as we get Liberty League play underway. It has been raining throughout the morning, and it is supposed to subside, but it is still kind of sprinkling out there as we're about 15 minutes away from kickoff. It's supposed to, again, stop, and the forecast is supposed to be in the get up to about 70 degrees. So we'll have to see if the field conditions play any factor in this game. But Union College 4-0. They finished the non-conference schedule in dominant fashion last week against Montclair State. And head coach John Poppy actually, in Union history, becoming the first head coach to win his first 4 games as head coach. And he now, we'll hear from him in the pregame in just a second, but kind of wiped the slate clean, if you will. Obviously, you love to be 4-0. You're receiving votes in both of the national polls. And but this is where it all starts, right? You got to win the Liberty League to make it into the NCAA tournament, and that goal starts this afternoon against St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence coming into this game 2-2, so Union not going up against the top of the Liberty League yet. It's not Ithaca, it's not RPI, but still a big game to get the Liberty League schedule started off right. And St. Lawrence plays into Union's weaknesses a little bit. It's hard to say this Union defense has any weaknesses. St. Lawrence, more of a passing offense with 181 yards passing per game, 103 rush. Union has been amazing against running, only letting up 32 yards per game rushing and 70 passing. So this Union defense has just been stellar throughout the whole season so far, only 3.5 points per game. So we'll see if they can stop the St. Lawrence offense today with a great turnout for the crowd. It's Parents Weekend and homecoming here at Union. You can see top left of your screen, the hill is packed with tailgates. All the fraternities, all the parents, all the alumni, all the different sports teams out here to support the football team today. So it's a great environment for a game. Pretty good weather, too, with a little bit of rain mixed in there. Should be a great day for football.
Yeah, it's you hit the nail on the head there. The defense has been the story. Number 1 in the country in scoring defense at 3.5 points per game, but also that's a little bit misleading. They've only allowed 1 touchdown. The defense has. The other touchdown that was scored against them was on a punt return against Springfield. So they've only allowed 2 touchdowns, Union has, but the defense has only allowed 1 score this season, and that's amazing through 4 games. And they've only allowed 102 yards per game, 70 through the air, 32 on the ground, and that's even pretty remarkable, too, considering they went up against a Springfield team that last week rushed for over 600 yards. The week before, Union held them to 150. So it really has been the defense. Kind of starts up front. They've got solid linebackers at front 7 for Union under defensive coordinator Rick Flanders. Has really been remarkable. And if this stat really paints the picture for you, the 14 points scored against Union is actually fewer than the points that the defense has scored. They've scored 2 touchdowns. Spencer Goldstein and Jaden Duncan have interceptions returned for a touchdown. They also have 2 safeties. So the defense has outscored the opposing offenses through 4 games, and really that's just a remarkable stat.
Yeah, you look at the Union defense, it's first in so many stats. They're ruling the NCAA D3 in many statistics. But this Union offense is no slouch either. They've really come alive. We saw in the Springfield game the Union offense struggled a little bit in that first quarter. Coach Poppy was able to make some big adjustments, and they've been unstoppable since. 51 points per game, 286 rushing yards per game, 224 passing yards per game. Really, the Union bread and butter is that rushing game, but Donovan Pichetti and 4 different receivers for Union have shown that they can really throw the ball. There's 4 Union receivers over 100 yards, 2 of them over 200 yards already, just 4 games into this season. So Union offense is really difficult to stop in all aspects of the game. The Saints really have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, you start to mention the offense. I mean, the defense really has, leads the nation in scoring defense, but you flip the page over, the offense has been no slouch. 51 points per game, over 511 yards per game offensively, and it's been both through the air and on the ground, and really this Union team has been clicking on all cylinders. They've scored over 200 points, only allowed 14 points, so 4-0, but again, the real work starts today. It's great to be 4-0, great to be receiving votes in the national poll, have some respect nationally, especially for a team that was picked 4th in the preseason poll in the Liberty League. But this is where we really will start to find out about these teams. Union and St. Lawrence. St. Lawrence on the other side, as you said, Connor, 2-2. The other two matchups in the Liberty League this afternoon, a very interesting one down in Ithaca as Hobart will travel to the South Hill to take on the Bombers. That game also kicking off at 1 o'clock. Those two teams, expected. That's going to be a very interesting matchup at Ithaca. And the other matchup later this evening, Rochester travels west to take on Buffalo State. RPI, the one team that is off. There's 7 teams in the Liberty League, so you kind of rotate through. Everybody gets a week off. RPI's is this week. So we'll see. We'll start to find out here what is what's the story between these two teams, or between these Liberty League teams, because if you look at the standings, you've got RPI is sitting here at 4-0, Union is 4-0, Ithaca is 2-1, but they've had a challenging schedule out of the start, playing at Johns Hopkins and at Endicott. So, really the top 4 teams between Hobart, the top 4 preseason picks, Hobart, Union, RPI, and Ithaca, the defending champ in the league, are all expected to have make some noise in this league, and it's who can kind of survive and get all the way to the finish line in this heavily contested Liberty League.
Anything can happen when you're in division play. All the teams are super motivated, fighting for that top spot, and it all starts here with Union trying to get their first win versus St. Lawrence.
And when we look at the standings, as we were saying, RPI and Union both 4-0. Hobart is 3-0. Rochester's 3-1. Ithaca's 2-1. St. Lawrence 2-2. Buffalo State 1-2. So the league represented itself very well in non-league play, as you see just the 6 losses. And I'm going to have to do my math quickly here. 19 wins. So 19-6.
And I believe that's the best of any league in the D3 so far this year.
So we'll start to see as the rain has kind of subsided here. You may be able to see it on your screen. St. Lawrence has made its way to the visiting side of the field, and they are coached by an 8th-year head man, Dan Puckhaber. He is actually an Ithaca College graduate, making his way out onto the field right now at about the 10-yard line. It's good to catch up with him earlier before this game started to get going here. We actually went to Ithaca together. He was a couple of years ahead of me, but it was good to catch up with him. But he obviously knows this league very well, and he's been at St. Lawrence. It's hard to believe. 14 years at St. Lawrence, 6 years before he took the head coaching job, was 2 years on the offensive line coach, 4 years as the offensive coordinator. So he has been at St. Lawrence for quite a long time. I mean, it's 14 years at one institution, and he was kind of saying, that's who I am now. I'm a Saint. And he's been on that sideline for a long time. 29-33 record. Best year for him was actually his first year in 2016. He went 9-1. Last year, St. Lawrence made it to the NCAA tournament. Was 2015, which was Puckhaber was an assistant to also former Ithaca ties Mark Raymond, who was the head coach at that time. Union making its way out onto the field here and giving hellos to the home crowd here. As Connor mentioned earlier, it is homecoming weekend, it's alumni weekend, so expecting a good crowd here, especially now that the rain has stopped. Union out to the visiting side, or to the home sideline here, the near sideline on your screen in the garnet jerseys, which I much prefer from a standpoint of having to read the numbers. A couple of weeks ago against Springfield, they wore the gray jerseys, which are very nice, fashionable, but a little bit more difficult to read the smaller numbers. As the captains are heading out to midfield, it is Stan Koss, Cole De Silva, Tommy Cavallo, and Jamar Edwards for the Union side. And for St. Lawrence, it is offensive lineman Thomas Dockray, Daniel George, one of the secondary players, and then Ben Munn, who are out there for St. Lawrence. Not sure if you heard it there, but Union has won the toss and deferred to the second half, so we are going to get rolling here. It looks like Union is going to kick left to right, and St. Lawrence will get the football to start this game, and we're about ready to get underway. And as we do, we'll hear, as we always do, from Union College head coach John Poppy. As we will play the national anthem here, but you will hear from Union College head coach John Poppy. In the pregame, we are being joined by Union head coach John Poppy, and in the long history of the Union College football program, Coach Poppy is the first coach to go 4-0, 4 wins in his first 4 starts here as head coach for Union. The defense, I think, has been the story. Offense has been terrific, but the defense leads the nation in only 3.5 points per game. What has been the success, and how many kudos should we give to defensive coordinator Rick Flanders?
A lot of kudos to Coach Flanders and the staff and the players, right? We knew we were going to be experienced on defense coming back, led by our front seven. And, we're young at corner, but those guys are very talented. And Matt Mitchell and Jake Benichet and Emmanuel Green, they've done a tremendous job on the back end, too, in terms of preventing huge plays, huge chunk plays. But our front seven is probably as good as I've been around, and those guys play the game the right way, and our defensive coaches have done a tremendous job putting our players in the right positions.
So 4-0, terrific start. You get through the non-conference schedule undefeated, and you guys have looked, to be honest, dominant. But now we start the Liberty League play, right? So every game is almost essentially a postseason game, right? Because you want to win the qualifier and get to the NCAA tournament. What has been the message this week? Because you guys have been so good in the non-conference, but kind of the slate almost wipes clean here as we start Liberty League play.
The slate is definitely clean. Now it's 0-0, right? 0-0 in terms of every single snap with our mentality, and it's making sure that we're doing what we need to. No matter who our opponent is, it's about us taking care of our business and executing the way we're capable of. And I think our guys did a great job with that approach this week in terms of taking, Sunday is Sunday, Tuesday is Tuesday, with Monday our day off, Wednesday is Wednesday, and continuing on with the week. And here we are with game day, so hopefully that mentality shows in terms of the snap to snap and being able to play each play as its own individual battle.
This afternoon's opponent is St. Lawrence. This is a league foe, longtime rival. They're 2-2. What have you seen, and what do you guys need to do execution-wise to be successful this afternoon?
I think offensively, it's making sure we're working to our right assignments from an offensive line perspective with the run game and making sure we pick up their pressures. They do a very nice job with their pressure design, and if we're not picking up or we're not clean with that, then that could create some issues for us in terms of negative plays. So we got to make sure we're staying ahead of the chains with that side of the ball. And then defensively, their backup quarterback started last week, did a great job. I thought he made a lot of plays for him out of the pocket with his feet. Tough kid, really good athlete. So similar to Montclair State, we've got to keep their quarterback contained and keep him in the pocket and force him to beat us from there.
Thanks. That's Union head coach John Poppy. Best of luck. The 67th all-time meeting between Union and St. Lawrence coming up. Thanks, as always, to Union head coach John Poppy for joining us in the pregame. We are ready to roll here from Frank Bailey Field.
Ryan Moldering to kick off.
Liberty League action ready to get started. It's Ryan Moldering ready to kick off for Union from left to right, and the ball falls off the tee as we delayed just a bit. The sophomore from Longmeadow, Massachusetts, will kick away. Again, Union wearing their home garnet tops, white pants, white helmets with the U across them. St. Lawrence in their road whites with the brown helmets, brown numerals. So St. Lawrence will get ready to receive. Cole Salyards has been their main return man, number 86. And it will be Salyards from the 3. Far sideline. Starts up. He's got a big hole. He's at the 40-yard line, and Salyards starts things off for the Saints. and gives them great field position.
Dan Quinn with a big tackle there to pretty much save the touchdown. It was only him and Ryan Muldridge, the kicker, left. Luckily, Quinn will make that one, but great field position to start out here for St. Lawrence.
The Saints will start the football at their own 46-yard line, 1st down and 10, and it will be quarterback Will Lederman.
See, not a very prolific offense here for St. Lawrence, only 15.8 points per game, but they have a good passing offense with 181 yards per game, so we should see that develop.
Lederman played last week against Castleton. His first pass is complete, and getting up towards midfield is Shane Clark. So Lederman, he started last week against Castleton, 20 of 31 for 227 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. He also has a team-high 3 rushing touchdowns. It was a 4-yard pickup on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 6 from midfield. St. Lawrence is young up front, although I said that to Coach Buckhaver, and he said, well, we are young, but these guys are getting experience. He started 3 new starters on the offensive line in the first week against Endicott. Running right is Cameron Junta, and Junta is stacked up by that Union defense. Defensive line led by Jamar Edwards and Jack Flanagan.
We talked about it earlier, and you heard in Coach Poppy's interview, the front 7 for Union has been unstoppable this season, only letting up 32 rush yards per game, plus they have 5 sacks to add with it, which will definitely come into play in this game. So far, the Saints' offensive line has let up 7 sacks this season. Union definitely wants to put some pressure on to Lederman.
5 sacks for this defense, also 8 interceptions through the first 4 games. This looks like a passing down here, 3rd and 6 for the junior Lederman from Natick, Mass. Takes the snap, gives it to Junta, and Junta is stacked up and going nowhere. Spencer Goldstein leading the way, senior linebacker from Hudson, New York. And it's going to bring up 4th down, so a 3 and out for St. Lawrence after they had the good field position.
Yeah, that was just the Union defense doing what they've been doing all season, being amazing at stopping the run. They let up a few yards on the first pass, but when you can stop the run that good, it's really hard to get some momentum going on offense.
3 plays for St. Lawrence, 3 yards, and it will bring out the punter, Jack O'Brien.
Union with 4 blocked punts this season. Look for them to try to get another one here.
They're coming through, and they just missed it. Kevin Raybacks calls for the fair catch, and he'll make it at the 22-yard line.
Pretty short punt, probably due to the pressure bearing down on him. But Union not too bad field position here considering the return by the Saints.
Yeah, just a 23-yard punt for O'Brien, who averages only about 28 yards per punt. Does have a long of 60 this year. So Union's offense will take over 1st and 10, 12:36 to go, and this has been a prolific offense averaging 51 points per game. Donovan Piketty, the quarterback, stands high, shotgun, takes it, gets it completed to Landers Green, and he's got a 1st down. 1st and 10 for Union as they get out to the 37-yard line, so a pickup of about 14. They quickly get to the line. Piketty snaps it. Now he's pulling down. He's going to run it, and he's going to pick up another 1st down. So Union comes out, no huddle. They get the completion to Green for the 1st down. Then Piketty runs for the 1st down in 2 plays, and they're up to the 49-yard line.
We talked about all the rankings for the defense being 1st in D3 and so many stats, but Union College offense is 1st in D3 in 1st downs with 115 going into this game. Already building on that with 2 quick 1st downs.
Whistle, from way back deep from one of the referees. So this is Union was looking to move tempo-wise and get things going down the field. 2 plays, and now we get a whistle. 12:01 to go here in the opening quarter. 2 plays for Union, 2 1st downs. The one note for the Union offensive line, we'll tell you the starters here in just a second, is sophomore center Jake Rubin. Sophomore Jake Rubin starts at center as Nick Olivola is out today. Olivola's been dealing with an injury since the Springfield game. So Rubin starts at center. Shotgun snap, it's Michael Fiore running left, and Fiore only gets a couple, but for St. Lawrence fans, they don't want to see any more Michael Fiore. Last year against St. Lawrence, he rushed for a career-high 126 yards and 4 touchdowns as Union won that game up in Canton 44-7.
Yeah, and Fiore's doing a great job again this year. He has 8 touchdowns going into this game. That's 4th in D3 right now. Looking to add to that. He's been their go-to on the goal line.
Also the team's leading rusher, 356 yards. This is a pass complete again to Landers Green, and he is tackled by Wannett and O'Neill, 28 and 29, as it is an 8-yard pickup. Actually, about a 6-yard pickup. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Landers Green, second on the team in yards so far for wide receivers with 214 going into this game, right behind Robbie Tolbert.
6 catches for 97 yards and a touchdown last week for Green. This is Fiore, and Fiore is going to be, I think, just maybe, well,
he looked a little bit short,
no,
but
they're going to move it, I think.
A favorable spot will definitely give him that first.
Yeah, they're going to give him the first down. So it'll be another first down here for this Union offense. We'll give you the offensive liner. Matt McCorkle starts at left tackle. Luke Rader is the left guard. Jake Rubin, is the center. Kevin Dewing at right guard. And Kyle Webster is the right tackle. Paquette's going to throw. He's got Green again. And Green is tossed backwards by Grady Harrington, but not before a pickup of about 5 to the 36.
Union has so many good receivers that it's hard to really put a lot of attention on one, but right now St. Lawrence has to look at Landers Green with 3 catches already on this drive.
He's a big target, 6'3" sophomore from New Jersey. Paquette shotgun. Snap and Fiore has another first down inside the 30. Methodical drive here for Union, 4 first downs. They're inside the St. Lawrence 30 at the 29.
Here for St. Lawrence, Union's been passing the ball as soon as they move some guy outside of the 10-yard line.
Away from the St. Lawrence defense, as you said, to the 11. Paquette moving the ball down the field, 1st and 10 at the St. Lawrence 11. Opening drive of this game for Union. Paquette in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's looking in the corner, going to connect for the touchdown. Landers Green, Paquette to Green, and Union is on the scoreboard first.
Yeah, great pass there to Landers. 6'3" frame. He's the closest thing Union currently has to it, and it works out there to get the touchdown. We'll have Gluck here for the extra point.
Max Gluck out for the extra point. He's 23 of 27 this season. Hold from Kyle Becho, and the kick is up, and it is good. And with 9:06 to go in the first quarter, it is Union 7, St. Lawrence nothing, and that was a pretty methodical drive. 4 runs for Michael Fiore for 23 yards. Four catches for Landers Green for 5 yards and a touchdown, and Donovan Paquette on that drive, Connor, 5 of 5 for 42 yards passing and the touchdown strike.
Yeah, Donovan Paquette's impressive pass. Yeah, this 207 touch per game.
Last touchdown of the season, his 22nd passing touchdown of his career. And for Landers Green, that's touchdown reception number 2 on the season, as he huge target on that drive. 4 catches on the opening drive for Landers Green. He only had 10 receptions in the first 4 games, although he had 6 last week. 4 already. 6 minutes of this game. Kicks off, puts his right foot into it. It takes a couple of Union bounces and is picked up at the 10-yard line. And running out over the 25 is Salyards, and that's where St. Lawrence will start.
St. Lawrence could have had a pretty good return there. A little bit of miscommunication between the 2 returners of who was going to pick it up. Let the Union defense get down there and get some pretty good coverage to keep them within the 30.
So this early portion of this game has basically been a microcosm of Union season as defense comes out 3 and out. Union comes out defense 3 and out, and then the offense goes all the way down the field and scores a touchdown. There was a penalty on that kickoff on Union, an illegal formation, which gives St. Lawrence 5 additional yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 for St. Lawrence at the 33-yard line. And that's where Will Lederman will bring his team back out. Lots of receivers for the Saints, 3 to the near side, as the referees are still trying to discuss this one. We'll give you the starters up front here for St. Lawrence. Again, it's 2 freshmen and a sophomore. Well, now they're moving the ball back, it looks like. So they'll start at the 31. Thomas Dockray, senior co-captain up front. Finn Murphy, the left guard. Jack Drown, a freshman, the center. James Berry is the right guard, and Peter Sleeper is the right tackle. So 1st and 10 for St. Lawrence at the 31-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. They faked a handoff here. Lederman running out of time, and he's just going to let it fly, as it was Ethan Vanderbrink who was in there. Put some pressure on Lederman.
Yeah, we talked earlier about how Union had to put some pressure on Lederman there. They do a great job of getting in. And Lederman gets that ball, just barely throws it away, saves himself from a sack. But now with 2nd and 10, we'll see if we have a few more passing downs due to St. Lawrence not being able to run the ball at all so far.
Second down and 10.
Lederman with a draw play. Finds a hole up the middle, driving. He'll get quite a few. It looks like gets 7 yards on that one.
Lederman has been able to rush the football so far this year. 89 yards rushing and 3 rushing touchdowns. That's St. Lawrence's best offensive play of the game so far. Only 5 plays, but they pick up 7 to the 38. It'll be 3rd and short. Receiving threats, we've heard from Shane Clark. Cole Salyards is the top receiving touchdown man, and also number 87, Shea Goodwin, who has a team-high 19 receptions. 3rd down, they're going to run it with Junta, and Junta not going anywhere as he is swarmed over by Jack Flanagan, the senior from Connecticut, who makes a big hit, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, just another dominant performance by that Union D-line. Nowhere to go in the running game for St. Lawrence, and we'll see another punt.
So no gain officially on that, 4th and 3, and the punter O'Brien is out. Kevin Rayback standing at the 30-yard line. So St. Lawrence 2 3 and outs here in the first half of this first quarter. Looked like Union may have almost jumped off sides there. That one a short punt. It's going to take a St. Lawrence bounce, and Raybacks is trying to run away from it as it's bouncing behind him, and it'll be downed inside the 25-yard line.
That ball looked directed to chase him down wherever he was going to go. Union with similar field position, a little bit better than they had in the last drive, just looking to replicate that and make this game 14-0.
So Union gets the football back. Like you said, Connor, they would like to march right down the field again. They did it on their first drive. 1st and 10.
4 receivers for Union again.
Paquetti in the shotgun. It's Jonathan Anderson in the backfield with him. Paquetti's going to quick throw. They've got Green again. And he is tackled at about the 32-yard line. Daniel George, the co-captain, comes up to make the stop. But if Union continues to get those quick hitters to green, they're just going to take them all day. That was a 9-yard pickup on first down.
But Ketty took a pre-snap read of the corner. He was pretty far off the ball. He threw that ball even before Landers Green turned around. He knew the entire time Landers would be open, and he gets a nice 9-yard gain.
Ketty takes the snap. This is Jonathan Anderson. Anderson has the first down and more out over the 40-yard line before he's tackled by George and O'Neal. Jonathan Anderson has also had some good success against this St. Lawrence team. Rushed for a rushing touchdown in the game last year. Has 950 yards on his career coming into the game, so he's approaching the 1,000-yard mark for his career. The junior from Hamden, Connecticut. 1st and 10 from the Union 41. Shotgun snap. They're going to give it to Anderson. Anderson looking for a hole and not much room there. As give credit to the St. Lawrence defense, as it was O'Neal and Grady Harrington up from the secondary to make the stop.
First play where Union's really gotten stuffed all day. There, just a gain of maybe a quarter, half yard on first down.
Yeah, Union has not had every play seems like it's getting chunks down the field. That was only a 1-yard gain to the 42. So bring up 2nd and 9. Piketty with 3 receivers, 2 to the near side here. They take the snap. Piketty's going to drop it off for Anderson. He's got some room to run. Looked like he could have got the first down, but was trying to make a move, and he's tackled by George just short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Great job by Piketty. Went through all of his reads, couldn't find anything. Good coverage by St. Lawrence. Finds his outlet route to Anderson, and Anderson runs it for a nice gain there. Now a 3rd and short situation Union definitely likes to be in. Having only 40% on 3rd down. Most of the time they make it past the sticks before that. Here they hand it off to Anderson. He's going to go up the middle.
Has the first down, bounces off of a tackler, and is inside the 45-yard line onto the St. Lawrence side of the field. Another first down. So Union moving the football as Anderson picks up the first down, and now he'll be replaced by Fiore. St. Lawrence defense has had a difficult time trying to stop this Union offense.
Yeah, Union can just score and gain yards in so many aspects of play. That's really hard to be able to dedicate your resources to any specific one.
Piketty hands to Fiore. Fiore fighting his way for yardage, gets close to the 35-yard line. Michael Fiore, again, we talked about his career day last year against St. Lawrence. 4 rushing touchdowns in the 44-7 win. Last year, he's over 1,100 yards for his career. You said it, Connor. 8 rushing touchdowns coming into today. Give credit to this Union offensive line, too. They've averaged 286 yards rushing per game.
On that last play, you could see how good that Union O-line was. Just a nice zone block, create a huge wall for Fiore to just wait behind and wait for the biggest hole he saw.
This is Anderson running left. He's got some room trying to get to the edge. He does. First down and more, and he's pushed out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So Anderson and Fiore basically picking up yardage at will as Anderson was pushed out of bounds. Now he'll come out, and Fiore comes back in. 2 big guys, too. 5'10", 190 Fiore, 5'10", 205 Anderson. So some big guys that St. Lawrence defense is going to have to deal with this afternoon.
Heavy set here for Union. 2 tight ends in, and they're going to hand this one off.
Is Fiore running right, and he is down to the 20-yard line. 5-yard pickup on first down. And that's St. Lawrence. That's a good play so far defensively, but still getting 5 yards on first down. You'll take that all day if you're Union head coach John Poppy in this offense.
Union's not always dedicated to that grinding run game, but they can do it when they need to. Put 2 tight ends in the game and just grind out 4 or 5 yards of play easily.
3:30 to go here in this first quarter. Second down and 5 from the St. Lawrence 20. Piketty in the shotgun. He puts Cafaro in motion. Now he moves back. A little shovel pass for Garrett Cafaro, and Cafaro fighting down towards the first down. It looked like he was going to go down, and he gets inside the 15. Pretty close to another first down, but it's going to be 3rd and short.
Definitely not a favorable spot there for Union. Cafaro.
I thought he kind of leaped ahead of the 15-yard line, the senior from Ansonia, Connecticut.
I thought he saved his knee and was able to get those few extra yards for the first down. The refs disagree.
3rd and short here from the St. Lawrence 15. They're going to hand it to Fiore. Fiore's got the first down and more. Touchdown, Michael Fiore. 15-yard rushing touchdown for Michael Fiore, and Union has a 2-touchdown lead.
This Union rushing game is just unstoppable. The combination of a great O-line, Fiore can wait behind the O-line, find the right hole, and then once he does, he just makes stuff happen. He breaks a big tackle there to go from getting a first down to getting a touchdown. That's his 9th of the year.
Max Gluck out for the extra point here. Union leading 13-0 with 2:23 to go in the opening quarter. Kick is up, and it is good.
With 2:43 remaining in the first quarter, your score Union 14, St. Lawrence
14-0 Union. Union fans, visit Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady, open for lunch and dinner before or after Union games. It's a great place to watch college football, pro football, hockey with friends and family. That's Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady. Proud supporter of Union College and Union College athletics. Well, Union has been pretty dominant so far in this game. They've had 2 drives, Connor, and they've moved the ball 77 yards on that last one, 77 yards on the most recent touchdown, and 76 yards. So a couple of drives, and they're already over 100 and close to 150, over 150 yards of offense.
Yeah, we talk about the defense all day, but the offense is just as prolific.
Paquetti still hasn't missed a pass, 8 of 8 for 63 yards. And meanwhile, Fiore's got 50 yards rushing, and Anderson's got 28 yards rushing. And so far, it has been all Union in this first quarter, as they'll get set to kick off with Ryan Molderig. St. Lawrence got the ball. They've gone 2 3-and-outs. This is Salyards from the 10 on the near side, starting back to the hash, and he is clobbered at the 17-yard line.
Sawyer there tried to wait for a big hole to make a big play for the team that hasn't really been able to move the ball yet, but waited a little too long and just got surrounded by Garnet jerseys.
also on the tackle, number 45, James Palaya.
Jake Siaka and
Ball plays.
James Palaya on the tackle defensively for Union. So it will be the 3rd drive for St. Lawrence, and quarterback Will Lederman. They start at their own 17-yard line, do the Saints. This is a completion, and getting hit right away is defensive back coming up to make the stop. Number 3, Jake Benachet. Coach Poppy called Benachet's name in the pregame, and he made a nice hit there on Oscar Baldwin.
Yeah,
Just a short pickup of 2.
I think St. Lawrence definitely needs to try to work in a lot of those short passes. I don't know if this offensive line will give Lederman enough time to get the long completions down the field, but being able to grab 2 or 3 yards like that might help this offense get a first down.
Union shows blitz, drops out of it, but running out of time as Lederman escapes a tackle, heaves it down the field, and it's beyond the reach of Nick Hutala.
Great play there by Lederman. Escaped to the sack, able to try to make something happen, just not quite on the same page as his receiver during the scramble drill, but definitely found the guy that was open enough to make a play.
So it's 3rd down and 8 from the 19. And this Union defense has been very good. We haven't even been able to really give you the starters yet because they've been 3 and out here the first 2 drives, and St. Lawrence still has not gotten a first down, even though they started the game with terrific field position after the Salyards kick return. haven't been able to move the sticks so far in this first quarter. This pass is through the hands of Salyards, and it'll be incomplete.
Interesting play call there. Salyards faked a block, able to turn around, but the timing between him and Liederman was just a little bit off, unable to catch the ball.
So third 3 and out here for St. Lawrence with 1:29 to go in the first quarter. It'll be Jack O'Brien out to punt. I'll tell you, this Union defense, first in the country in points against, 3.5 points against. There are a couple of teams who have allowed fewer points total. In fact, 4 teams in the country, but they have played less games. That one almost blocked as O'Brien gets it away. Raybacks makes the fair catch call, and Union will have tremendous field position at the St. Lawrence 47-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. 2 for 2 so far, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. Union fans can count on Nico's for great pizza and wings. Visit Nico's or call for delivery, serving lunch, dinner, open for late night. Nico's Pizzeria and Rooftop Tavern, located on State Street in the heart of downtown Schenectady. It's Nico's Pizzeria, proud supporter of Union College and Union College football. So Union's third drive will start at the St. Lawrence 47-yard line.
Union will start in an open set this time. No tight ends, 4 wide receivers. Out motions Jonathan Anderson.
Looks like Piketty dropped the football, tries to pick it up, and does so, but loses a yard, and that was a bit of a risky play there. Looked like a designed run. Once they motioned Anderson out of the backfield, you think pass, and it looked like Piketty was setting up the draw, but he dropped the football. If you joined us late, it was raining much of the morning and even drizzling when the teams were out practicing before the game. I'm not sure if that was a case of the football being a little wet or Piketty just trying to move before he had the full grasp of it. Fakes the run there, and he's going to be hit and sacked, as it was Grady Harrington who got through and sacked Piketty all the way back at the Union 42-yard line.
Piketty tried to pull that one down after a little bit of a pump fake, but wasn't quite able to spin out of the tackle. Leads to the first really long third down here for Union. I think they've only had one other third down. That was a 3rd and 1. We'll see what they can do here. Still have a tight end in the game, along with 3 wide receivers.
3rd and 21. It's Anderson running right. He's got some good room, but not on 3rd and 21. Not nearly enough to get the first down. Gets back to the Union 48-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down, and Union is going to bring out the punt team, but that is the end of the first quarter. It's been all Union so far after 1 here at Frank Bailey Field on Homecoming and Alumni Weekend. It is Union 14, St. Lawrence nothing. You're listening and watching to Union College football. Union fans, Brown Coach is the official charter company and proud supporter of Union College athletics. Call Brown Coach or Brown Travel for all of your charter and travel needs. That's Brown Coach, a proud supporter of Union College athletics and Union College football. So after 1 quarter here, Andrew Santillo and Connor Collette with you at Frank Bailey Field. Again, a good crowd on hand here for Homecoming Weekend and Alumni Weekend, and they've been treated to a good first quarter as Union scores 2 touchdowns on 3 first quarter possessions, and the defense doesn't allow a first down. As you look at the statistics, Connor, in that first quarter, Union 10 first downs, St. Lawrence 0. And when you look at total yards, Union has dominated, if I can find them.
Union with 10 first downs already in this game. They came in first in D3 with 115, already adding to their lead for the whole season.
Thank you for biding some time there. Union 148 yards on 23 plays in that first quarter. For St. Lawrence, 12 yards on 9 plays.
Yeah, definitely a tough start for St. Lawrence, but a big stop here will hopefully give their offense some momentum to see if they can get a first down.
Again, this is the first Liberty League weekend of the season. You got 3 big matchups between league opponents. Ithaca hosting Hobart. That game was kicked off at 1 o'clock. We'll try to get a score for you at halftime. And then later this evening, Buffalo State hosts Rochester. So we'll start to figure out a little bit more about these teams. Great, again, we talked about it in the pregame. Liberty League did amazing in the non-conference. The league as a whole, 19-6 overall. You've got 4-0 RPI, 4-0 Union, 3-1 Rochester, 3-0 Hobart, I believe, and 2-1 Ithaca at the top. And now we start to see how these teams kind of stack up, because obviously you're playing different teams from different leagues, and now everybody kind of comes together to see, what will we find out here in this 2023 season.
Yeah, very competitive league as a whole. And coming into these games, truly anything can happen. You think some things about teams coming in. Maybe you think St. Lawrence is a little bit worse. But in league play, both these teams are so motivated to do well in their own league that anything can really happen. We've seen Union come out big in some games, especially last year, and then go into the locker room at halftime and come out a little bit slower. Hopefully that doesn't happen today. But definitely tune in and keep watching, because anything can happen in Liberty League play.
There is a delay right now as they're trying to fix the clock. So we'll tell you about Price Chopper and Market 32. Check out Advantage Rewards from Price Chopper and Market 32. Earn points while you shop and redeem for food or fuel savings. It's your choice. Visit pricechopper.com/rewards. That's Price Chopper and Market 32, a proud supporter of Union College and Union College athletics. And we'll tell you, at halftime, we recorded an interview with senior co-captain Cole De Silva, who was nice enough to join us yesterday. So you'll be able to hear from senior linebacker Cole De Silva at halftime. We'll take a look at the first half statistics and there's some scores from around the league, the one other game that's going on, and other maybe regional games of interest at halftime. So stay with us at that time, as actually going to try and get a score here for you in that Hobart-Ithaca game. That is a big one. Hobart has not had much success, and when I say much success, they've had literally no success playing at Butterfield Stadium in Ithaca. So they're trying to turn things around here with that, in that respect, in the Liberty League opener. And the teams are kind of trying to stay loose here. We're faced with a 4th down for Union. This is their 3rd drive of the game, their first drive that looks like it's going to lead to a punt, as it's 4th and 14 from their own 48-yard line. So we're waiting the second play of this second quarter.
Again, here at Union College, it is Parents Weekend and Alumni Weekend, so we have a packed stadium, and as you can see on your screen, a packed hill in the top left. Tailgates from every sports team, all alumni, every fraternity are over there grilling, having a good time, watching the football game. Just a great environment here for a football game that's going very well for Union so far. Currently 14-0 at the start of the second quarter.
Good weekend, too, in terms of there's lots of stuff happening. The women's hockey team kicking off the home portion of its schedule last night with a big victory against Robert Morris. They'll also play this afternoon. There's lots of action going on. Volleyball's in action. There's a lot of things happening this weekend, including, obviously, this game here this afternoon between Union and St. Lawrence. So lots of stuff going on as we've reached the last weekend, the last day of September. It's incredible to think that we turn the calendars to October tomorrow. It also is incredible to realize that this is the 5th game of the season for the Union College football team, which is halfway through the regular season.
Yeah, definitely 3 straight home games here for Union. They came out with 2 wins. Looking for the 3rd today before they go on a little bit of a road trip.
Again, both teams trying to stay loose here as we deal with the issue with the clock. Union's offense or punt team, I guess, is out on the field. Coach John Poppy out there discussing with our today's officials.
Union hasn't had to punt much this season.
Sorry, can I help you there on the radio?
Union hasn't had to punt much this season, but Andrew Lau has had a great average. He doesn't qualify with enough punts per game yet to be on the national standings, but he'd be quite up there, and he's the second best average in Union history, with the other one being in 1966.
So we're getting ready to roll here. They just made an announcement on the PA that they're going to keep the clock for the second quarter on the field. So Union leading 14-0. We'll try to give you as many updates of time as we can. So this is 4th down and 14. Union, as Connor mentioned, Andrew Lau is out to punt. Cole Salyard standing at the 14-yard line. Lau with a boot into it. Salyards makes a running fair catch. A flag comes in as Salyards made the catch at about the 22-yard line. There were some Union players in the area, but they didn't look like they were that close to Salyards.
Yeah, I could imagine what else the flag would be, considering there was no return. Didn't see any contact, but looks like the ref did.
Yeah, the flag came right out as the fair catch was being made. So I would assume this would be on Union's punt team. Although there's kind of a long discussion here, at least longer than you would think if they just were going to march the yards off, although Union's defense is marching backward, so that's not a great indication if you're a Union fan.
Looks
Never
like
mind.
they'll wave this one off, so it looks like we might have been correct with the lack of contact. Union will stay where it is.
So St. Lawrence, it'll be 1st and 10 at its own 22-yard line.
Starting out with extra tight end in here for the Saints. Haven't had much success running the ball. Haven't had much success on offense at all, but got a little bit of momentum with that last stop.
Liederman's pass complete, and not going anywhere is number 10, Joseph Ott, the tight end, as he made the catch, but Cole Da Silva made him pay, as it is about a 5-yard pickup. Just 12 yards in that first quarter for St. Lawrence. You're right, they couldn't really get much established offensively. It is an offense that averages 16 points per game.
Liederman's been doing a really good job in the pocket. He's saved quite a few sacks that could have happened and been able to throw the ball away. There, he even steps up in the pocket and makes a good pass. But it's just been tough. Not being able to run the ball really sets up your offense for failure.
Ott was the man in motion. They're going to hand it off, and it is Cameron Junta. Not much there. It'll bring up 3rd and maybe 3. Junta had been dealing with an injury, but he's back in the lineup. They've also got William Murray and Aiden Keefe. Try to give you some of the defensive starters for Union, even though it's the second quarter. They haven't been out very long. Jack Flanagan, Jamar Edwards, and Ethan Vanderbrick started up front. Tommy Cavallo, Miguel Rodriguez, Cole Da Silva, and Spencer Goldstein at the linebacker position. Matt Mitchell, Jake Benechet, Nathan Sullivan, and James Gillespie, the starters defensively for Union. So this is 3rd down and 3 from the Springfield, or from the St. Lawrence 30. Shotgun, snap. Liederman steps out of pressure. Now he's scrambling to his left, and he's going to let it fly incomplete. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So St. Lawrence got some yards there, but it's going to be the same result, 3 and out. And this Union defense is basically pitching a shutout here, not only on the scoreboard, but they haven't allowed a 1st down either.
Cole Da Silva lined up in coverage there on the 3 receiver and then blitzed from that position. Nobody saw him to pick him up, but great job by Liederman avoiding another sack that could have been devastating. Sadly, he does not complete the pass for the 1st down. We'll get another punt here, and we'll have Raybacks back for the return.
It's Jack O'Brien, Kevin Rayback standing at the 40-yard line. This one popped straight up in the air. Raybacks makes the fair catch call and catches it at midfield. So Union will have good field position once again as they'll start this drive 1st and 10 from midfield. Union fans, stay at the Hampton Inn by Hilton during your next trip to Schenectady, located in the historic district, downtown district, only minutes from shops, restaurants, and the Union College campus. The Hampton Inn offers an indoor pool, fitness center, and complimentary hot breakfast. Mention Union College the next time you book. That's the Hampton Inn, downtown Schenectady, proud supporter of Union College and Union College football. 1st and 10 for Union at midfield. Paquetti takes the shotgun snap, quick release, and he's got his man Tolbert, although, well, nice tackle. I thought the St. Lawrence, all the bench was saying it was incomplete, but they are going to mark it at the 44-yard line, pickup of 6.
Yeah, the ball definitely came out at the end there. I don't know if he was out of bounds first. It fumbled itself out of bounds, but looks like it'll go down as a completed catch for Tolbert.
Tolbert and Kevin Rayback's on the far side. Landers Green here on the near side. Paquetti's going to hand it off for Michael Fiore, and Fiore's got 2 yards. So short gain there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for this Union offense.
Only the third down for Union so far in this game, despite having 2 touchdowns, along with almost 200 yards of offense.
Aiden Donnelly comes in. Kevin Raybacks goes out, so a bit of a more tight formation here on 3rd and 3. Paquetti still in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the near side. It's going to be Fiore running left, and he's trying to get to the edge, but he's stopped by number 92, Thomas Auer.
Yeah, Auer there. Only one to break through a stiff Union line and just got Fiore by the ankles. Another good stop by the St. Lawrence defense. Looks like the punt team will come on for Union. St. Lawrence defense definitely stepping up to the occasion after letting up 2 touchdowns on the first 2 drives. St. Lawrence offense has not been able to use that momentum yet. We'll see if they can on this drive.
Especially considering the field position there. Union only gets 5 yards. And Lau is out to punt the football away, try to pin St. Lawrence deep. Salyards makes the fair catch. And does so at the 10-yard line or 11-yard line. That's where St. Lawrence will start.
Union playing a little bit of a field position battle here, especially because of the not great punting on the side of St. Lawrence. If they get another 3 and out, could give them some even better field position to go down and score.
So it looks like the ball is spotted at the 11. This is kind of the furthest away from our broadcast position. So it looks like it's 1st and 10 for St. Lawrence at the 11-yard line. Will Lederman, who's not had a lot of success. St. Lawrence still looking for its first down of this game here in the 2nd quarter. They're going to hand it off with Junta, and there's not much room there. There's Union defense, which has been stingy, and that's putting it mildly so far this season, allowing just 32 rushing yards per game, up to the task again.
Yeah, this Union defense has been amazing. We've talked about it all day, and that 32 yards per game includes a game where they played a team who was able to rush for 600 yards in one game that they held to just 150 and I think 0 yards passing. Just been amazing, the front 7 of this Union defense, and the DBs too have done a great job with 7 interceptions.
Well, we heard Coach Poppy saying this front 7 for Union, probably the best that he's been around. This pass is complete to Salyards, and Salyards has the first down. First down of this game for St. Lawrence, as it is out past the 25-yard line. Lederman with a nice throw to Cole Salyards, and St. Lawrence moves the sticks.
Yes, the Saints are really going to have to rely on this passing game if they want to move the ball. Union still has an amazing passing defense, only about 100 yards, only about 70 yards per game that they let up, but definitely comparatively weaker than their run defense. So if St. Lawrence is going to gain some first downs anywhere, it's going to be in the passing game. They'll drop back again.
Running out of time is Lederman, and he's going to be sacked. Getting through is Tommy Cavallo, senior co-captain from Hopewell Junction, New York, and he makes the sack back at the 20-yard line. Loss of 7, and it's going to bring up second down and long. And Lederman's done a good job getting out of that sack. Not that time as Cavallo gets to him.
Yeah, the entire pocket there collapsed for Lederman. Only the first sack of the day for Union against a team that's given up 7 sacks so far this season. Lederman's been doing a good job of getting out of that one of sacks, but in that one, the pocket just collapsed completely.
Lederman takes the snap. Now he's going to try to take off, and he's got some room to run, 30-35, and he steps out of bounds. Be close to a first down. He may have gotten it. Maybe the best play, probably the best play of the game for St. Lawrence offensively.
Definitely the best play and the best drive so far. 2 first downs after getting none in their first 3, maybe 4 drives.
After the sack, back St. Lawrence up at the 20-yard line. That was a 18-yard run for Lederman, who can run the football. He's got a team-high 3 rushing touchdowns. Playing in the absence of co-captain Daniel Lawther, who's out with an injury.
Saints in a tight formation here. 2 extra guys on the line. They'll run it up the middle, and it's stuffed. Nowhere to go.
Really nowhere to go. As you said, Ethan Vanderbrink is in there. This Union D-line only has 3 defensive linemen, but boy, oh boy, do they plug up the holes. Not much room to go as Vanderbrink's in there. Cavallo is, Jamar Edwards is in there. And out on the field right now is Emilio Camus out there as well. The D-line has done a nice job for Union so far this season and in this game. Here's Lederman. Shotgun snap, pass complete to Shea Goodwin. And Goodwin only gets a couple of yards. He's St. Lawrence's leading receiver in receptions and receiving yards. But that's his first catch so far this afternoon. Only about a 1-yard pickup, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6 or 7. So you said it earlier, Connor, 2 first downs on this drive. Union's defense trying to get off the field here on 3rd and long. Lederman has 4 receivers, 3 here to the near side. Takes the snap, pressure comes, and he is going to be swallowed up and sacked. Miguel Rodriguez and Ethan Vanderbrink in there, and that will bring up 4th down. As a little slow to get up as one of the St. Lawrence offensive linemen. That's co-captain Thomas Dockray. But Union's defense holds up. They give up a couple of first downs, but not much more.
Yeah, Lederman tried to escape there, saw the pressure coming from one side, turned around and ran right into Ethan Vanderbrink, leading to a long 4th down. They'll punt this one away with 2 minutes left in the half.
Jack O'Brien to punt, and it is blocked and covered up. Looks like it was
38.
Emmanuel Green, number 36, junior from North Babylon, New York. Well, they've been getting closer and closer, and they're able to block this punt. And Green blocked it, covered it up, and Union's going to have terrific field position as they'll start at the St. Lawrence 15-yard line.
Yeah, Union had 4 blocked punts so far this year. They get a 5th one there, keeping themselves in first place in D3 football.
1st and 10 for Piketty in the offense. Fakes the pitch to Anderson's going to keep it himself, and he is hit hard by Dan George and Matthew Dayhill. Piketty took a big hit there. Faked the pitch to Anderson. Interesting design there as they only get 3 or 4 yards. Union would love to get another score on there, leading 14-0 here in the second quarter. Anderson standing to Piketty's left. He'll get the football on the handoff and got a head of steam, but he's tackled from behind by Nick Giardina, who did a nice job to come around the end and make the tackle. Giardina has a team-high 2 interceptions on the season for the Saints. Talked about this is the 67th all-time meeting between these two programs. Union has won 5 straight, dating back to 2017. St. Lawrence won the 4 consecutive meetings prior to that. From 2013 to 2016, Union holds the all-time edge. 41 wins, 20 losses, and 5 ties. Here's Piketty. Piketty's throw to the far side, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Raybacks. Good coverage out there.
Out comes Gluck for the kick on 4th down.
Number 11, Kevin Rayback.
So Gluck will attempt a field goal as Union had tremendous field position after the blocked punt by Emmanuel Green. They're going to settle for what looks to be about a 28-yard field goal straight away from Max Gluck. Gluck's kick is up, and it is good.
With 5:20 remaining in the first half, your score, Union 17, St. Lawrence 0.
5:20 to go in this first half. It is Union 17, St. Lawrence 0. Again, stay with us at halftime. We'll have an interview with senior co-captain linebacker Cole De Silva. We'll go over the first half statistics and take a look towards the second half, some scores from around the league and around the region at halftime. Union fans, just a quick walk away from the Union College campus is Schenectady's Doubletree by Hilton. Offering a full-service restaurant and bar, a pool, fitness center, and meeting rooms, the Doubletree is the perfect location to host your next event. Mention Union College when you mention your next reservation, when you make your next reservation, rather, at the Doubletree by Hilton in downtown Schenectady. Again, just a short walk from the Union College campus. Proud supporter of Union College athletics and Union College football. That's the Doubletree by Hilton. So Union leading at 17-0. They have not had as much offensive success in the second quarter. 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Yeah, and 2 3-and-outs for Union in the second quarter, but they've capitalized there on a big blocked punt.
Gluck's, as we get a fair catch called for and made by
Number 12,
Derek Blanchard, the receiver.
Definitely an interesting choice for a fair catch there within your own 20.
Yeah, he is a receiver, but their only returns so far this year, both kick and punt, have been from junior Cole Salyard. So if you haven't done it much, you probably are better off calling for the fair catch and getting the ball at the 25-yard line.
It is always better to be on the safe side.
So it's 1st and 10 for St. Lawrence. Again, late stages of this first half. Just over 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Union leading at 17-0. So again, its defense has only allowed 1 touchdown. The defense has. There's also been a punt return for a touchdown against this Union College team, but only 1 touchdown allowed by this defense when it was on the field. Liederman's going to throw it way deep, and he almost had his man coming back to the football, as that was intended for 87, Shea Goodwin, the sophomore from Merrimack, New Hampshire.
Liederman just trying to make something happen for this Saints offense. Throws one down there to a definitely covered man, but it had a shot. Ball was a little underthrown, and then Goodwin kind of slid backwards, fell to try to get his hands on that ball, and ended up doing it, but unable
Almost
to secure the catch. Yeah, he definitely got his hands on it, but the ball was a little bit low, wasn't quite able to catch it. We'll have 2nd down here for the Saints in a full spread offense right now.
2 receivers to each side. Pass is caught. Taking a big hit there from James Gillespie, and flags fly as Gillespie hit him hard. Was Salyards, the receiver. They have a first down. They marked him at the 38-yard line. So pickup of 13. We'll
bit
see
of-
what the flag is.
Yeah, a little bit of extracurricular after the play. Refs are discussing. I saw 1 point the way of the Saints. We'll see what comes up here. 2 flags on the ground.
Well, Gillespie made the hard hit, the junior from Boston, Massachusetts. But then he kind of looked like he had a couple more things to say to Salyards, and then Salyards kind of tried to push him away.
Yeah, I don't think the hit is the issue here. Refs are discussing what's wrong right now. The first down should stand.
So penalty on sportsmanlike penalties on both Salyards and Gillespie, and I think that's actually honestly the right call. The 13-yard pass completion will stand, and there's no penalty yardage marked off. However, first 15-yard penalty against both of those players, Salyards and Gillespie, so one more and they would be disqualified. I think that's the right call there. Kind of, get things under control if you're the referees, and just make sure everybody's kind of back. Cooler heads prevail.
Yeah, it definitely works out the best for all members there. Here, Liederman drops back again, throws it short, a little bit wide of his intended receiver.
That's Junta. Cameron Junta, the running back out of the backfield, is incomplete. Liederman's had some struggles in this game, 6 of 12 for 43 yards in this first half.
Yeah, Liederman's really just trying to make do with what he can. Not much time in the pocket against this great Union D-line, who has had every opportunity, has had many QB rushes and a big sack earlier. Here, 2nd and 10 for the Saints.
Union lines up with 4 down linemen, Jaden Duncan and Emilio Camus on the ends. Pass is out of the hands of Goodwin. Quick hitter. Cole Da Silva was in coverage. It looks like that's kind of what St. Lawrence's offense has to be, right? They're getting a lot of pressure on Liederman, so he's got to get rid of the ball quickly, and it's going to lead to kind of these slant patterns. That one was a little too hot to handle for Goodwin.
Yeah, Goodman got his hands on that one, but it was long, outstretched arms, just not able to pull it in. But so far, the St. Lawrence offense has only been successful with Liederman making some great scramble plays or those quick passes. Another passing down here on 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10, Liederman scrambling to his left. Running out of time, he's going to throw it. It's caught, but it is out of bounds. It was 85 Shane Clark, but he was didn't get any feet in on that far sideline.
Liederman finding the right reads right now, especially under pressure, but due to this pressure caused by the Union D-line, he's just not able to put them perfectly on target to get yards.
Sun coming out here at Frank Bailey Field, 4th and 10. Jack O'Brien to punt. Remember, Union blocked the last one. That's a high snap. He able to just get rid of it, and then he got hit. Raybacks calls the fair catch. O'Brien took a big hit there from Emmanuel Green, who was trying to block his second punt of this game.
I'm assuming they say Green got a piece of that. No penalty flag on the play. Punt seemed to come off pretty normally. We'll have a Union ball down at the 25.
How much time? 4:29 to go here in the first half. 1st and 10 for Union at its own 26-yard line. So Union leading 17-0. Try to get one more score. Remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half. Pass complete to Landers Green. Green gets away from the defense, going down the sidelines. And he's got a first down and a lot more onto the St. Lawrence side of the field. So Piketty with a quick pass to Green, and Green does the rest.
Green looked like he had green grass on that sideline. Dan George for the Saints able to make the touchdown-saving tackle by the ankles.
Piketty fakes the handoff, going to take it himself, and he's going to wisely get out of bounds after a big pickup on first down inside the 40-yard line.
Ball plays.
Union's trying to get on the line quickly.
38-yard line.
Second down and 1 at the St. Lawrence 38-yard line after the 9-yard run from Piketty. Piketty takes the snap, gonna put it up, and it was almost intercepted. Also off the hands of Green as
The safety, Owen O'Brien, coming from the middle of the field, kind of read Piketty's eyes on that pass and found the ball, just unable to come down with it for the interception.
And that's interesting, too, because Union's had a lot of quick-hitting plays from its passing game. That one, Piketty kind of held it, and he looked like he was looking where he was going. It was Green down the field, and Owen O'Brien, as you said, kind of read that one and knocked it down. And a lot of movement here down on the near side between Tolbert and Grady Harrington, but that's going to be a false start on Tolbert.
Yeah, Tolbert, that's the second one of the year. Union has struggled a little bit with penalties. They've gotten better in these last couple games, averaging about 56 yards per game in penalties. That was a little bit worse earlier in the year after their 2 away games. It was around 70, so they're definitely getting it under control. Today they've been great with the penalties.
But Coach Poppy said in one of the stories in the local newspaper, we got to cut down on the penalties. So that's it's certainly something they've been watching as well. So from 3rd and 1 rather to 3rd and 6. Piketty has time, throws it, and it is off of the hands of a sliding Isaiah Russell.
Number 24, Isaiah Russell.
So it'll bring up 4th down and 6.
The Union looks like it's keeping the
yeah.
offense on the field right now. Raybacks comes in for 4 wide receivers set.
What's the time? Thank you. 3:44 to go here in the first half. So Union keeping its offense out on the field. 4th and 6. 3:44 to go. Piketty's got time. He's got Green. They got the first down and more inside the 30. That's been Piketty's favorite target here in this first half has been Landers Green, and they get another one, convert on 4th down, and they move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 at the St. Lawrence 26.
Piketty put a great ball there, had to laser it between 2 Saints defensive backs, able to make it through to get a big first down to keep this drive going.
Clock right around 3 minutes. Piketty drops back. He gets hit as he throws it, and it affects the pass as it was looking for Tolbert. Breaking through there to put pressure on Piketty was,
2nd and 10.
I think, 15, sophomore linebacker Ryan Surhoff.
3:24 remaining first half. 3:24.
Definitely a dangerous ball there. That could have been a little bit worse, could have been intercepted, but luckily able to hit the ground for Piketty. Piketty drops back again.
Pass complete to Russell. Boy, oh boy, what a catch by Isaiah Russell inside the 20.
Looked almost like Piketty lasered that between his body and his right arm, and Isaiah Russell just kind of went with it.
So I'll bring up 3rd down and short.
Also on the tackle, number 28, Colin Watts. 3rd down.
2:57 to go here in the first half. Piketty, 3rd and short. They're going to run it with Fiore running right, and he has got the first down, it looks like, based on that snap, or that spot, rather. So that stops the clock while they'll move the chains. They wind the clock pretty quickly there as they haven't even moved the well, now they move the chains. So the clock rolling here. First down for Union. They're leading 17-0, trying to tack on at the end of this first half. Piketty has 2 receivers to the far side. First down and 10 from the St. Lawrence 16. This is Fiore with a big carry. He gets close to another first down, a 9-yard pickup.
Union has been phenomenal in the red zone so far this year. 34 for 39 scoring. Pretty much as close as you can get to 100%. And Fiore's been their secret so far with 8 touchdowns, most of them coming on these short runs in the red zone. This is where they love them. They'll hand it off to Fiore again. Here, he'll break through the O-line, but doesn't quite get a yard. He'll get a first down, though, to give us first and goal.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. So Union's got a first and goal. Clock ticking down here under 2 minutes. Union leading 17-0. And now Coach Dan Puckhaber is going to take a timeout. So St. Lawrence's defense, which has been out on this field a lot in this first half, trying to come up with a stand here to try to keep this game somewhat manageable. Union leading 17-0. Touchdown from Piketty to Landers Green, and then Michael Fiore, a rushing touchdown, both in the first quarter. Max Gluck added a field goal here in the second quarter, and it's 17-0 Union. Union fans, New Country Lexus of Latham is a proud partner of Union College Athletics and invites you to experience breathtaking Lexus performance by coming in for a test drive today. New Country Lexus of Latham, proud supporter of Union College Athletics and Union College football. And the sun has come out, Connor. Forget about the rain here. It is turned into a nice afternoon at Frank Bailey Field, and you've said it a couple times here, homecoming, alumni weekend, and there's a lot of support here for the Union College football team this afternoon.
Yeah, we thought that hill was packed at the beginning of this game. It's filled out even more as people turn around to watch. Really impressive turnout here for Union. We had a great turnout for the Friday night game as well.
Yes,
Whole campus has been very excited about this football team so far this season.
This Union football team 4-0, receiving votes in both national polls, and looking to tack on some more points here as we end this first half. It'll be Fiore. Fiore trying to get away and just cannot get out of the arms of Owen O'Brien up from the secondary to make the tackle.
Yeah, St. Lawrence definitely watched film on this one. They know Fiore's the guy in the red zone to hand the ball to. They're going to put everything to try to stop him, make Piketty make a throw to get this touchdown.
Second and goal. 1:10.
1:10 to go in the first half. It'll be second and goal. Piketty has two receivers to the near side, Fiore in the backfield with him. It's going to be Fiore running left. He's got room into the end zone for a touchdown.
That's Fiore's 10th touchdown of the year. He has had 2 so far today, had 2 last game. He's working his way up those D3 rankings for touchdowns.
Well, it has been all Union in this first half as it leads 23-0. Max Gluck out for the extra point. He's had 2 of those already in this first half and a field goal. It has been all Union so far this afternoon. The hold, the kick is up, and it is good. 24-0 Union leading it here late in the first half.
With 55 seconds remaining in the first half, your score.
You said it, Connor. 10 rushing touchdowns so far this season for Michael Fiore. He had 7 rushing touchdowns last season, and he's got 20 career rushing touchdowns for Michael Fiore.
Yeah, really impressive number. He had a lot of opportunities last week. Could have had more, too, if the game hadn't gone so out of hand. He's had a great year so far, averaging over 6 yards per game, along with Anderson, also averaging over 6 yards per carry. A great season for rushing for Union with that two-headed beast.
Yeah, and St. Lawrence has seen all they want of Fiore and Anderson. Fiore had 4 rushing touchdowns last year when these two teams played up in Canton, New York. That was the most rushing touchdowns for a Union running back since Chris Coney in 2008 versus Rochester. Jonathan Anderson had a touchdown in that game as well. And then if you look back 2 years ago, right here at Frank Bailey Field, Jonathan Anderson and Ike Iribor both had 2 rushing touchdowns. So Fiore's got 6 career rushing touchdowns against St. Lawrence, and Anderson has 3. So they've seen all they want of Anderson and Fiore. Fair catch made by Derek Blanchard again, so St. Lawrence will start 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Final minute of this first half. Union in control, 24-0, and we came in saying pretty much it's been a dominant run so far in these first 4 games from this Union team, allowing a nation's best 3.5 points per game and scoring 51 points per game, and they basically have just picked up where they've left off.
Yeah, we saw a little life for St. Lawrence's defense at the start of the second quarter. They caused 2 straight 3-and-outs for Union. You thought that might give their offense some momentum. Only a few first downs for the Saints offense, and haven't really been able to get a good drive together.
So movement up front, flag flies. This will be a run to the left in what now is a field full of sunshine, as it's Junta, and he gets a yard out to the 26.
Looks like this one might be on Union.
I think it's going to be a offsides penalty.
Yeah, I think it was Tommy Cavallo off the left edge. Got caught in the neutral zone when that ball was snapped. We'll wait for the official call here. Yeah, we'll be walking the way.
It'll be a 5-yard penalty, bring up 1st and 5 from the 30-yard line. Union has 237 yards of offense. St. Lawrence just 57.
At the 30-yard line.
And when we talk about first downs, Union 15, St. Lawrence 3. So it's been all Union so far in this first half. Lederman in the shotgun. He's running out of time, steps through it. Now he's going to pull it down and run, 35-40. He's got the first down, and he's got about a 12-yard pickup out to the 42-yard line, but St. Lawrence is short on time. 32 seconds left, 42 seconds to go in this first half.
Yeah, this St. Lawrence offense has really struggled, but Lederman, you can definitely see him putting the effort out there, trying to avoid sacks, getting rushing yards. He'll drop back again here, dump it over the middle to his running back.
That's Junta, and Junta gets about 6 yards to the 48, and a timeout St. Lawrence. So the Saints trying to get something positive. If you remember, Union won the toss and deferred to the second half. So Union's going to get the ball to start the second half, leading 24-0 right now. But St. Lawrence is hoping they can put some sort of points on the scoreboard here in the late stages of this first half. Again, this Union defense among the nation's very best. We talked about it. 4 teams in the country have allowed fewer points but have played fewer games. Howard Payne, Lake Forest, Mount Union, and the defending national champions, North Central, had allowed 1 fewer point but in less games. Pass is blocked away, knocked down by Tommy Cavallo.
Cavallo coming off the edge, the O-lineman for the Saints, complaining to the ref about something, but Cavallo did a great job of blocking that one down, causing a big third down here with only a little bit of time left on the clock.
So Union's defense has allowed 14 points. They've only allowed 1 touchdown when they've been on the field. Those 4 schools that I mentioned have allowed 13 points, but they'd only played 3 games coming into today. And Bowdoin had only allowed 12 points, but they'd only played 2 games so far this year. Here's the snap to Lederman. Lederman running out of time, steps through the rush, now completes the pass to Salyards into Union territory down to the 35-yard line. And they're going to hurry up, try to get on the football.
Looks like they're trying to save their timeout, maybe
seconds.
For field goal. They'll spike this one.
8 seconds to go in the first half as they spike the football, so it'll be second down. Good pass play from Lederman to Salyards to get them down on the Union side of the field.
Yeah, they maybe have 1 or 2 more plays. They still have a timeout left, I believe. Could be useful considering they haven't been able to throw the ball very effectively towards the sidelines.
But not a lot of time here. 8 seconds. really have maybe chance for either a shot deep or just a shot to the, like you said, the timeout, but a shot to the sideline and try to get out and give kicker a chance. Lederman can't take a sack here. He's going to throw it. It's incomplete, looking for Solyards. Emmanuel Green was in coverage.
Best drive.
3 seconds to go in the first half.
This is the furthest that we've seen the Saints make it down the field all day. Only 3 seconds left, though. Look at it. Timeout here.
St. Lawrence can't take it to the locker room, so
True.
Coach Puckhaber is going to take a timeout with 3 seconds to go in the first half. And
we were talking about how great this Union defense has been stopping points, how they're nationally ranked and all that, but the point differential for Union, 205-14 so far this season. That's a 191-point margin of victory. That's the second highest in team history. The other time was 208 unanswered points. That one, Union had some interesting opponents. They beat Syracuse that year, Clinton Liberal Institute, Albany Academy, which I believe is a high school now, and then Rochester that year with a 208-point margin of victory.
that was quite a while ago. Most likely the last play of the half. Lederman's going to just heave it towards the end zone. Does a nice job to get it there, and it is intercepted in the end zone by Nathan Sullivan. So that'll be the final play of the first half. Lederman did a nice job to get it all the way to the end zone, but Nathan Sullivan gets the interception. 9th interception of the season for this Union defense, and it's been all Union defense, all Union in this first half, as at halftime, your score, Union 24, St. Lawrence nothing. What do you think about that first half?
It's tough to say to expect this. We talked about how it's a clean slate. Can't really expect anything in Liberty League play. But this Union offense has been dominant all year. The defense was obviously dominant against, not the most prolific offense in the Saints, but they've let up virtually no rushing, let up a few passes. Only, I think, there was 3 first downs going into that drive. They got a few more on that drive, maybe 2 more, so 5 first downs for the Saints. It's been a really tough day on offense for them, but it's kind of what you expect out of this Union team after seeing them play for these first 4 games. They're just stunning in all aspects of the game, really. Offense, defense, rushing, passing, just been dominant, and we expect that going forward as this Liberty League season continues.
Halftime, we will give you some quick statistics here. Union outgaining St. Lawrence 237 yards to 92. So St. Lawrence actually has 92, which is almost what Union allows in a full game. Just about the Union defense averages 102 yards allowed per game. So St. Lawrence, from that standpoint, 92 yards, not so bad, but a lot of those coming on the last couple of drives. Union getting 2 rushing touchdowns from Michael Fiore, 1 passing touchdown from Donovan Piketty to Landers Green, and a field goal from Max Gluck to lead this one 24-0. We'll be back with an interview with senior co-captain linebacker Cole Da Silva, and then once we're done with that, we will give you some full first half statistics and take a look around the Liberty League and around the region and get you set for this second half. At halftime, it's Union 24, St. Lawrence nothing. You are listening and watching to Union College football. We are back. It's halftime of Union's homecoming league opener against St. Lawrence University, and we are talking with senior co-captain linebacker Cole Da Silva. And Cole, just talk about how well and how efficiently, I guess, the defense has been playing so far this season. Through the first 4 games of the season, you guys have there's only been 2 touchdowns scored on by the opposition, and only one of them scored by the opposing offense. How would you rate kind of how you guys have been playing so far this season?
For sure. We've been flying around all year. I think it definitely came as a challenge to us this year after going 6-4 last year and really letting opponents like RPI and come run the score up on us. So yeah, it was definitely this offseason. We took it amongst ourselves, the defense, to get better where we lacked last year. Efficiency-wise, we have been killing it on and off the field, in the weight room, in the film room. But translating that over to the field, Coach Flanders is putting us in a great position, and game plan-wise, scheme-wise, and everything we need to know week in and week out.
You mentioned Coach Flanders, the defensive coordinator, and he's been here, I believe this is his 8th year, came over with Coach Behrman, and was kind of in the previous staff, but kind of stayed on here with Coach Poppy. And what is it like playing for Coach Flanders? Because I know he's kind of an old school kind of football guy. What is it like kind of playing on the defensive unit with him kind of leading the way on that side of the ball?
Yeah, no, he's great. I'm an old soul myself, and I appreciate his raw emotion for the game and the way he treats the game, and the way he approaches it. He's a legend in the game. Coming over from Yale and UPenn. A lot of the guys are excited to be playing under him, and knowing he is getting to those years where he may talk about retiring, but he never can because he loves the game too much. We are really fortunate to play under him, and he is such a great defensive mind, and being able to translate some of the things he says in the film room on the field, works wonders for us as a defense. And like we mentioned before, is probably one of the reasons why, is the main reason why, we've only let up one offensive score.
Yeah, and it's probably one of the main reasons why that you guys are the top team in terms of points allowed per game at only 3 points per game in the country, which is just astonishing. We were talking with senior co-captain Cole Da Silva here at halftime of Union's Liberty League opener against St. Lawrence University. Cole, talk about, bring me back to last season, your junior year in 2022, 62 tackles. You had a career-high 15 tackles in the game against Springfield last year. What did that do for you, from a confidence standpoint as you kind of stepped into a bigger role, with 9 QB hurries and breakups and the 62 tackles and sack, and what was the what kind of did that do for you, confidence wise, your play last season?
It did a lot for me. Coming from high school level to the college level, it's definitely a big wake up and a big punch in the face. But being able to get out on the field last year and make a big impact did a lot for me this year. At least seeing the speed of the game, learning simple nuances that offensive coaches like to put in their gameplay, to pick up on little things here and there. That leads to a big tackle or a big interception, big pass breakup. But other than that, it drove me this offseason to build upon last year and set a higher standard for myself.
Cole, what about linebacker? I mean, have you always played? Take me back to even the Pop Warner days. Have you always been on the defensive side of the ball? Have you always liked or enjoyed playing linebacker? And what is it about maybe at the collegiate level that you enjoy being playing defense and playing linebacker specifically?
Going back, man, Pop Warner days. I was a offensive guard and I was a defensive tackle. I was one of the hogs in the trenches that used to get shoved around and end up on the ground and this and that. And I kind of knew I always wanted to play linebacker, to run downhill and to make plays. Growing up watching NFL football, college football, those are the guys that were always standout players. So when I got to high school, I transitioned to an outside linebacker. Freshman year, I started there, and truth be told, I was the third string quarterback, but nobody will ever admit it. Anyways, and then getting into a varsity role, I played outside linebacker again, and I just, I had a great defense coordinator there that schemed a lot of things around me and the other two linebackers that were there, and I just fell in love with it, and that's why coming to the collegiate level, that's where I wanted to play. I wanted to play inside or outside. Being able to come downhill and create a little violence it's a fun thing to do on a Saturday afternoon.
Talking with senior co-captain linebacker Cole Da Silva. Cole, take me back a little bit to your high school days. You're getting ready to graduate. Milford, Connecticut guy, just outside of New Haven, about 2.5 hours southeast of Schenectady. What was it about Union that kind of attracted you to the school, and what kind of ultimately made it your choice and the place you were going to end up spending your collegiate career?
Yeah, it's funny you asked it because Union was not on my radar at all. I was recruited by a couple other schools, kind of narrowing it down the process. Come February is normally when kids start making commitments. And my father, who played at the University of Rochester, he had a roommate, his name was Mario. Ended up leaving Rochester to come to Union, and he played on the team that went to the Stag Bowl in the 80s. And he had sent my film over to Coach Brown, just a week or two before, commitments started coming in. And Coach Brown showed up, the next day at school and talked to me, and I wasn't really into the whole Union scape, the Dutchman, and I was kind of focused on, maybe going Division I or Division II, and I came up here for an overnight, and I instantly fell in love with the place. Then Coach Behrman came down to see me in Milford, and I think that really sealed the deal, knowing that there was a tight-knit atmosphere and a family-like community where I could see myself being, and I've definitely loved up to this point.
Great story, and it certainly has paid off for you. What about now moving forward a little bit? I know it's still only September here of your senior year, but what these are questions that you're going to start getting asked. Once football is over, once your days at Union are over, what is it that Cole Da Silva is going to be trying? What are your aspirations for life after college, and or goals for the working world as you kind of move on after your college days are over? Yeah, well, one thing,
Cole Da Silva may come back for a fifth year, so that one's up in the air.
There you go.
We may delay life a little bit. Well, other than that, I mean, my parents are entrepreneurs, so growing up in that mindset, I've always kind of wanted to create something and that I can call my own and be my own boss. But I've also, taken courses here in economics. I really enjoyed a lot of the finance and real estate and analyst type of roles out there. Doing a couple internships here and there. I'm still kind of figuring out where I can really see myself fitting. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure yet, but the alumni here, they take care of their own, so I'm sure I won't have a hard time trying to pick something up in the process.
Yeah, you've got a whole lifetime to figure out those questions. So,
yeah,
we've reached kind of the quick hitter section here. I'm just going to throw out like a thing, and you just tell me what's your favorite. How about favorite sports team growing up? It doesn't have to be football.
Well, it's going to be football. It's the New York Giants. Go Big Blue, baby.
All right. How about favorite sports player, someone you watched growing up?
To be honest, probably Ray Lewis. He was kind of the leader of that Ravens defense when they went on their Super Bowl run, and the consistency of him and how good they were as a unit was really appealing to me. So I would have to go with Ray Lewis.
Favorite TV show? Maybe one that you're watching now, or like an old favorite, or maybe your all-time favorite?
Ooh, good one. So we actually, as a group in my house, during every camp, we decide to watch a new show, and let's see, my sophomore year, I believe it was Sopranos. My junior year, I want to say, was Entourage, and that show, I think, is at the top of my list right now, and I'd have to go with Entourage. With Game of Thrones as a close, runner-up.
All right, those are all classics. How about favorite movie?
Favorite movie?
Or a couple?
I'd have to go with the Spider-Man trilogy. With
all right.
Tobey Maguire. Everyone needs a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and
How about favorite music or genre, or what do you maybe what you're listening to when you're getting ready, in the locker room before the game on, before game day?
Yeah, music-wise, I'd probably, I was a big country guy, but I've moved into the alternative indie rock section. But before a game day, I like to listen to house music, kind of, get the blood flowing, pump myself up a little bit. All the loud noise and remixes and bass drops, kind of, in the weight room, rolling out, get me locked in.
Sure. How about favorite food? It can be, and we were talking before we started recording about how the some of the team always is going out for Italian food. It can be that. It can be maybe something you're getting if you're going back home, for the a long weekend, or once football season's over.
Yeah, favorite food is fresh yellowfin or bluefin tuna.
All right.
I'm a big fisher at home with my father. He brought back. We normally go out in the summer together, and if we're lucky enough, bring one back. And there is really nothing like some fresh tuna, caught right off the boat, little wasabi, little soy sauce, straight out sashimi. I probably have to go with that.
Nice. That's a great selection. How about favorite class that you've taken at Union, or one that you've really enjoyed? Maybe you don't have, this year or in previous years?
I probably have to go with Greek archaeology. Greek archaeology, I think, was the class with Camino. It was like a sophomore year class in the spring, an intro level 100. And it was like me and a bunch of the other guys in the class. And as funny it was to be with all of them, it was a super interesting class, and I enjoyed a lot of my time in there.
We're being joined by senior co-captain linebacker Cole De Silva. How about if you're not playing football? Maybe it's not football season. Maybe your practice is over. What are you doing? What are some things that you like? You mentioned fishing. What are some things that you like to do away from the game of football with friends or family?
Yeah, after the season's done and winter rolls around, me and a lot of buddies from my house, we go up to Vermont, like on a Tuesday, or when there's no classes, or on the weekend, and we spend some time up there, just, skiing, hanging out by the fire, chopping it up a little bit. But, spending time with them is really what I'm doing. I'm kind of just hanging out with the guys. I'm a big supporter of hanging out with the boys, so I'll have to go with that.
Sure. And how about now, finally, any shout-outs? We're recording this. It's halftime of Union's Liberty League opener against St. Lawrence. But if anybody's watching this back, I'm sure you have friends and family in the stands. But any shout-outs for former coaches or teachers or, friends, family, anything else? Anybody who may be listening or tuning in to our broadcast?
Yeah, shout out to my family. I know they're probably in the stands right now listening to me be like, wow, this kid is just a fool. But other than that, just them. I know they're probably the only ones tuning in. But, shout out to my boy Sammy Batch, too, 5'7". It's my boy. We're going to have a big weekend. I'm excited for him. But other than that, shout out the team, shout out the offense, shout out the coaches, shout out the Union College Dutchman.
All right. That is senior co-captain linebacker Cole De Silva joining us here on halftime. It's Union versus St. Lawrence. We'll be right back for the second half kick. You are listening to Union College Football. Thank you to senior co-captain Cole De Silva for joining us in that pre-recorded interview. Obviously, Cole was in the locker room during the last few minutes. Was not physically with us, but we recorded that earlier in the week. So we appreciate Cole for taking some time and answering our questions. And we were talking about how the defense, hasn't allowed any point, or 14 points through 4. They still have only allowed 14 points through 4 games. As at halftime, Union leads St. Lawrence 24-0. And we want to take a look at some of the first half statistics.
Yeah, so far Union with 15 first downs. They came in leading Division III with 115 first downs, continuing that today with 15 already in this first half. St. Lawrence with only 5. Those came at that end of the second half. They had 2 of their most successful drivers of the day. One of them only got 2 first downs. That last drive, with time running out, they made it all the way down within the 40, within Union's 40, but unable to capitalize on that, leading to this dominant Union score right now. Union has been successful everywhere on offense. 9.6 yards per completion, 4.9 yards per rush, 5.78 yards per play. Really tough to stop when a team can do all of those things.
So Union finds itself in a very good position here, leading 24-0. First game of the Liberty League season. We'll take a look around the Liberty League. There's only 2 other games going on. RPI is off this weekend with the 7 members of the Liberty League. The one game that I think everybody across the country is keeping their eyes on is in Ithaca, New York, on the South Hill, where the Bombers lead Hobart 14-7. According to this, it's approaching halftime. That game kicked at the same time as us, so I would imagine it says there's a minute to go in the first half. Ithaca leading Hobart 14-7. The only other game in the Liberty League is a little later this evening as Rochester takes on Buffalo State at 5 o'clock. It's a 5 o'clock kick. So we're starting to find out a little bit more about how these teams stack up now that non-league play or non-conference play is over. Union leading St. Lawrence 24-0. Ithaca leading Hobart 14-7. And
going a little bit deeper into this Union offense, who's had a very successful day so far, leading big. Donovan Pichetti, 12 for 16. That's a 75% completion percentage with 115 yards and a touchdown. Most of those who we've seen have a great day. He had 6 catches last game, has 7 catches and 82 yards for Landers Green in the first half of this game. That's going to put him in first for Union right now in total yards receiving. Came in with 214, has 82 today, along with a touchdown. He scored that first touchdown with a pass in the left corner. And then we see in the rushing game, Michael Fiore with 69 yards. That's a 4.8 average and 2 touchdowns. That's adding to his total of 8 on the season. Now has 10. He was 4th in D3 going into this game. Definitely moving up those rankings with 2 more TDs just in this first half.
So Union will receive here to start the second half. They scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, 10 more points in the second quarter, and lead it 24-0. As the sun has come out, it was rainy in the pregame. Kick taken by Raybacks at the 15 and the near hash. Got a head of steam, and he gets all the way out close to the 45-yard line. Kevin Raybacks coming up, catching that one on the run, and a nice return for Raybacks, the senior from Westport, Connecticut, gives Union great field position to start its first drive of the second half.
For the Saints, a great tackle by Owen O'Brien. Could have saved a touchdown there. He was one of the last lines of defense to stop Raybacks from going all the way, but still great field position for Union at their own 44-yard line.
So Donovan Pichetti out in that first half. He was very efficient, 12 of 16 for 115 yards and a touchdown. Cafaro, the man in motion. They're going to hand it off with Michael Fiore, and Fiore maybe only gets a yard. If you joined us late, Landers Green caught a touchdown pass with 9 minutes to go in the first quarter from Pichetti. Michael Fiore scored a touchdown with 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, put Union up 14-0. Max Gluck kicked a field goal with about 5 minutes to go in the first half to make it 17-0, and then in the final minute of that first half, Michael Fiore ran in for his second touchdown of the day to give us our current score of 24-0. Second down and 9 after the 1-yard run by Fiore. Pichetti running out of time, flush to his right, He's going to throw it on the run, and it is incomplete, looking for Tolbert, who tried to pick it off the turf. So to bring up 3rd and 9.
3rd and long here. Definitely situations Union doesn't love to get in. If they get a couple yards on that 1st or 2nd down, it puts them between the 3rd and 5 situation where they can run or pass the ball. Now it's a little more telegraphed what they have to do. They send in 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. We've seen Cafaro be able to catch the ball quite a few times in the last 2 games. Cafaro in motion here.
Sets up on the right side of the line. 3rd down and 9 for Union's offense. Here's Piketty. Has time. Throws it, and it's knocked down. Nice play by Daniel George, his junior co-captain from Enwell, New York. Knocked that one down and bring up 4th and 9. So Piketty was trying to thread the needle through, and George did a nice job from his safety position to knock it down.
Yeah, pass was intended for Owen Corrigan. Definitely had some separation there, but the safety working in the middle, able to knock that one down. Now comes out the punt unit. Andrew Lau back for Union.
Lau came into the game averaging 40 yards a punt. Cole Salyers standing at the 18-yard line waiting for this kick from Lau. Lau boots it away. Nice kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 17-yard line, so that's where St. Lawrence will start. Union fans have an online store for all of your shopping needs. Visit unionathleticsgear.com for college gear and gifts for that fan in your life. Visit unionathleticsgear.com for all of your Union College gear, Garnet Chargers apparel at unionathleticsgear.com, all one word. It's a place to get all of the merchandise you're looking for. The holidays aren't that far away. Union fan in your life, that's a great place to pick something up. St. Lawrence first possession of the second half will start 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Lederman rolling out to his left and trying to connect with Shane Clark, but it's just off of his hands. Incomplete. Clark, not really a local guy, but local Section 2. He's from Lake George, New York. That one went right off of his hands, incomplete.
Saints just trying to get anything going on offense here. They've been leaning on the passing game the most due to how strong this Union College front seven is. We've talked about how good they've been. 32.5 rushing yards per game allowed. And the Saints have seen that today. They've had pretty much no success in the rushing game. A little bit more in the passing game, but still have only made it into Union territory once all day.
Pressure coming. Lederman just going to heave it out of bounds, as it was Cole De Silva who joined us in halftime, putting the pressure on Lederman. And for a game that started, it was overcast pretty much all morning, and during warm-ups it was misty. The sun is out, and it's pretty warm out there. It's getting close to 70 degrees, which for the last day of September is pretty warm here in the Capital District of New York.
Yeah, we've talked about how we've had a couple games felt like pretty nice football fall days. This one feels a little bit hot, especially for the guys down on the turf now that the sun's out.
So it is 3rd down and 10 for Lederman. He's going to hand it off. And not going anywhere is Junta, as he's tackled by Jack Flanagan, leading the way for that defensive line. And 3 and out for the Saints. 13:30 to go in this third quarter. Union leading 24-0. So both teams go 3 and out, although St. Lawrence not having much advantage here field goal or field position wise, as Kevin Rayback standing right at about midfield waiting to receive this punt from Jack O'Brien.
Yeah, only an average of 25-yard punt so far this game. This one gets some range, though, and will push Union back behind the 50. Still great field position.
Yeah, Union will start 1st and 10 from its own 48-yard line. Union College Football would like to thank the following sponsors for their support this season: Brown Coach, CDPHP, Marcella's Appliance Center, Courtyard Marriott by Mohawk Harbor, Curtis Lumber, Doubletree by Hilton, Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub, Ortho New York, New Country Lexus of Latham, Homewood Suites, Alltown Fresh, and Hampton Inn, downtown Schenectady. All proud supporters of Union College football and Union College athletics. First down and 10. Piketty takes the snap, hands to Anderson. Anderson spins away from the first line of defense, but really only gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 10. So if you're Union head coach John Poppy, you don't want to see your team take the foot off the gas pedal here, leading 24-0.
Yeah, this team's definitely different from last year. New head coach, a lot of new players that we see on the field. But last year we saw them have trouble in the second half of a few games, taking their foot off the pedal. Piketty passes here, catch in the middle. That was Isaiah Russell with a quick slant to get the first down.
We've seen Russell with a couple of nice catches. The sophomore from Silver Spring, Maryland, 5'11", 185, pick up inside the 40 to the 39. And now Anderson will get some ground game going here as he gets a couple of yards. The pass from Piketty to Russell went for about 13 yards, and now Anderson gets 2 to the 37.
Seems like the Saints definitely talked something over in the locker room, tightened up their rush defense right now, but it's really hard to stop this Union offense while they can pass just as well.
Piketty pass wide open and complete is 88, Owen Corrigan, and he makes the catch. He's got the first down and a lot more as Corrigan, the freshman from Natick, Mass, is down at about the 21-yard line. Pickup of 16. It'll be first and 10 for Union. Offense moving down the field here on the second drive of the second half. Piketty trying to tell his man where to go. He puts it up, and it's caught for the touchdown. Tommy Leonard with the one-handed touchdown pass reception.
Tommy Leonard tightly covered by his man, but Piketty floats up a really catchable ball in there, and Leonard able to get just only one hand off his man, which is all he needed to get that catch for the touchdown.
The celebration is a bit muted, however, as behind the play, I think it's left guard Luke Rader is down.
Yeah, there was a little bit of scuffle between him and a D lineman during that pass. Both ended up on the ground. Looks like Rader did not get up.
Yeah, the way he's... well, maybe I thought it would be a little worse as Rader kind of now sits up, being looked at by head athletic trainer Cheryl Rockwood and also head coach John Poppy. And they're going to help him off there as he's not really putting any pressure on that left leg. Is junior Luke Rader from Natick, Mass. So the touchdown is good. It's 30-0 Union. What a catch by Tommy Leonard, his first, third receiving touchdown of the season. As it was a 21-yard pass, Piketty's second touchdown pass of the afternoon. And now we check on Rader as the extra point. Max Gluck is out to attempt with 11:26 to go here in the third. Kick is up, and it wasn't pretty, but it gets the job done as it is through. And with 11:26 to go in the third quarter, it is 31-0 Union. So the offense puts up another touchdown, and this offense puts up another score, and this lead continues to grow for this Union College football team. So Ryan Molderig will get ready to kick off, but again, Union just really, that was the second drive of the second half, but great field position set up by another tremendous possession or set of downs from the defense. They start just on the other side of midfield, and they're able to drive down 52 yards and put another touchdown on the scoreboard.
Yeah, the Union defense has been virtually perfect today. Kick goes up, will be returned.
This is, it's Matt Selesky. Brings it out to the 30-yard line, and that's where St. Lawrence will start this drive, 1st and 10. 11:22 to go in the third quarter. It's been all Union, 31-0 here in this Liberty League opener. Union's won 5 straight meetings between these two programs. This is the 67th all-time meeting. The first meeting came back in 1907. Union won that game 16-2. Not as much offense back then, 100 years ago. A new quarterback for St. Lawrence. The pass is complete, and it is Shea Goodwin who gets the reception. The new quarterback is number 6, Mark Rodeo. So the new quarterback is number 6, the freshman from New York City, New York.
Starting out his career pretty hot with a big completion there for only the 6th first down of the day for the Saints.
Out to the 45-yard line, pick up a 15. Rodeo to Goodwin. This one is going to be a run, only about 2 or 3 yards there for Aiden Keefe, the sophomore from Pembroke, Massachusetts. St. Lawrence has had a tough time getting the running game going. Credit the defensive line for Union out there right now. Dionis Polanco, Jamar Edwards, and Emilio Camus.
I was going to say, you said only 2 or 3 yards on the carry. It's pretty good for the running back so far today on St. Lawrence. It's been really tough to get stuff going against Union today.
Tough sledding indeed in terms of a rushing attack for the Saints. Rodeo takes the snap. Running right is Keefe. A flag flies as he goes out of bounds.
That flag a little bit upfield, looks kind of on the outside. Could be a holding penalty against St. Lawrence here. Two flags down.
It is on St. Lawrence. I think they said 14, which is Oscar Baldwin. So they're going to move the ball back.
Definitely not what you want when you're finally moving the ball, as this St. Lawrence team now behind the sticks on 2nd down.
It's a St. Lawrence team that has alternated losses and then wins. They lost the opening game at Endicott. They're also 0-2 on the road, and they beat Norwich in a tough one-score game, lost at Western New England in a game that they led in the first half, or at halftime, I believe, and then beat Castleton last weekend 28-0. Pass is blocked, tipped at the line, and incomplete.
Also, without being too speculative, could be an interesting game in the national rankings for Union. Endicott, a nationally ranked team right now, beat this St. Lawrence team 31-0.
Same score, yeah.
Same score that we currently have with Union right now. Definitely make Union making themselves a case to get on those national rankings.
So it's 3rd down and 16 from the St. Lawrence 39-yard line. 9:47 to go here in the third quarter. It's been all Union, 31-0. Shotgun snap. Rodeo's pass is intended for Salyards, and it was Spencer Goldstein in coverage who knocked it away.
Yeah, Goldstein did a great job in coverage there, man-to-man, with Union playing deep quarters on that long 3rd down. We'll see Union bring out the punt return team.
So Jack O'Brien is out to punt, and he's had a lot of action. Only 13 punts coming into today. This isn't his 13th punt of the day, but he's had quite a few. Kevin Raybacks who's had a lot of action in the return game, standing at the Union 30. Union's blocked one. They may have gotten a piece of that one, although I don't see any signal. It'll bounce out of bounds, and Union will have it 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. So Union's offense has passed the test so far, 31 points on a St. Lawrence defense that has allowed 20 points per game, but has been pretty good, 261 yards against in its first 4 games, 100 through the air, 161 through the ground. So it's been a pretty stout defensive unit so far for St. Lawrence, and Union has kind of just made it look kind of easy here with 31 points and 9:37 to go in the third. Here's the handoff for Fiore. Fiore trying to run behind that offensive line, and he gets 6 yards out to the 41.
Yeah, Union offense has been dominant, 290 yards so far with still 9 minutes left in this third quarter. St. Lawrence offense, too, has, you could say they exceeded what should be expected to have 112 yards, beating Union's average of 102 on defense, with still almost half of this game left to play.
This is Fiore trying to counter run up the middle, and he's got 3 yards to the 44. It'll be 3rd and 1. Luke Rader, the left guard, has stayed out of the game. He's in under the tent. And Charlie Ryan, the senior from New Rochelle, is in at left guard, number 56. So 3rd and 1. Paquetti still in the shotgun, Fiore to his left. They're going to hand it to him. Fiore tried to get there. I think they're going to mark him just short.
Michael Fiore on the play.
Nope. The near linesman is saying it's a first down. The far linesman is, they're going to have to kind of figure this one out. Coach Puckhaber on the far sideline, not happy. I think they're going to give him the first down here. The linesman on the near side was saying move the sticks, and they're going to say move the sticks. It's a first down at the 45-yard line. I think that was a generous spot for Fiore. But now a big hole for Fiore, and you won't have to measure this one. He's got another first down at the St. Lawrence 44-yard line.
Yeah, interesting situation there. I think Union caught St. Lawrence off guard. The sticks were still being moved, but the play was whistled in, so it was clear to go, and it leads to a big gain for Fiore.
11-yard pickup to the 44 of St. Lawrence, and Union on the march once again in St. Lawrence territory. Paquetti in shotgun, 2 receivers here to the near side. Takes it, quick pass, caught by Leonard at the 40. Gets to the 30, another first down, and inside the 30 to the 29. Pickup of 15 and another first down. So quick pitch and catch. Leonard did the rest. And Paquetti right to the line here for another snap. They snap it, hand it to Fiore. Actually, it's Paquetti who keeps, and he'll go out of bounds right at about the line of scrimmage.
7:33 left in this third quarter. Union slowly marching down the field again. Raybacks will come off. Looks like we'll get a tight end in for Union.
There's relentless offense here. They actually gave Paquetti 2 yards on that scramble to the near sideline. So it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 20, maybe 1 yard from the 28. Anderson tried a jump step, and now he's trying to hang on to the football because St. Lawrence is pushing back. They still haven't blown the whistle, as there was about 5 St. Lawrence players pushing Jonathan Anderson back. You know it's been a long time when even the crowd is saying, hey, blow the whistle.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake with the Union offensive line there. Number 96, Matthew DeHill for the Saints, completely unblocked in the backfield, and Anderson had just nowhere to go.
3rd down and 9 for this Union offense. Paquetti in the shotgun. Looks like they may have drawn an offsides. Flags fly. Paquetti throws it into the end zone, and it is off the hands of, I believe that was 88 for Owen Corrigan. But that was a free play as Piketty, I think, got St. Lawrence to jump off sides.
Number 3, Grady Harrington, saving a touchdown there. Great pass breakup by him. Ball was right in Corrigan's hands. He got slapped out by Harrington. We'll have a penalty, giving Union another try at this 3rd down.
So it was 3rd and 9. It'll be 3rd and 4. So on that free play, Piketty just kind of throwing it into the end zone, almost connected with Corrigan. Haven't been many incompletions. That one won't go as an incompletion. But in this game, Piketty, 16 of 23, 70% passing for 181 yards and 2 touchdowns. This is Anderson. He's got the first down and more. Dragging defenders inside the 15. Finally taken down by Ryan Watson, but not before another first down.
Yeah, nothing can stop this Union train of offense right now. They throw the ball, they pass the ball, whatever they do, they're successful. And now they're in the red zone where they've been very successful all season. Coming into this game, 34 of 39. Pretty much as good as you see anywhere with red zone percentage.
Piketty takes the snap, is going to hand it to Anderson. Anderson was slow to pick his lane, and then he gets inside the 10. Pick up a 5 to the 8. It'll be 2nd down. Union has been able to gain. Those type of plays have been pretty much at will for this Union offense. You see Anderson kind of, he's not even really moving at full speed. Gets to the ball, and then he's kind of looking for where to go. He finally hits the hole and gets 5.
That's what this great Union offensive line allows you to do. It gives you time in the backfield to really find that hole. And then these 2 great running backs, Anderson and Fiore, make things happen, breaking tackles, getting as many yards as you can out of any situation.
5.5 to go. Piketty takes the snap, and a lot of contact. Was looking for Leonard. And I think they're going to just say that it was like inadvertent contact as George was in coverage of Leonard. They were both running to that far pylon, and Leonard just kind of tripped on George's feet. I don't think there was anything malicious there, but sometimes you see the flag as the receiver goes down. But it'll bring up 3rd and 5. 5:22 to go in the 3rd. Union leading 31-0.
Union, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Anderson in the backfield. Piketty will step back to pass, looking for Raybacks in the left corner. And he'll make it. That'll be a touchdown for Raybacks.
Oh, they say it was incomplete. Piketty and Raybacks. Piketty runs all the way down into the end zone to try to point where Raybacks' foot was.
Pretty much everyone was fooled. It was a far-away look for all of our fans and us here in the box. But a big roar from the crowd thinking that one was good.
That shows you how much Piketty wanted it, too. He threw the pass, then ran all the way down into the end zone to try to say, hey, you got a foot in. Raybacks did a nice job to catch it, but he was ruled out of bounds. So on 4th down, Max Gluck will come out for a field goal 25-yard attempt from the right hash. Kyle Beecho is the holder. Beecho hold down, kick is up, and it is good. Second field goal from Max Gluck, and with 5:15 to go in the 3rd, it is Union 34, St. Lawrence nothing. Union fans, visit Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady, open for lunch and dinner before or after Union games. It's a great place to watch college football, pro football, hockey with friends and family. That's the Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady, a proud supporter of Union College athletics and Union College football. So 34-0, Union leading it. Union came in outscoring teams by a whopping margin. Over 200 points scored, only 14 points allowed. They're only adding to that here this afternoon. And Connor, you mentioned it earlier. I mean, you know, Union's opponents, I think people said, at the start of the year, Worcester State and Hilbert, okay, win 63 to nothing, 60. Okay, Springfield, well, that wasn't a game. We thought it would be a close game. They blew out Springfield. Then they did similar to Montclair State, and now shutting out St. Lawrence here in the Liberty League opener. It is, it's got to be, I think, turning some heads at this point, the amount of points allowed as Union continuing to pitch a shutout here, and the defense has only allowed 1 touchdown through nearly 5 games on the field. We're halfway through the season.
Yeah, just the margin of victory is something you got to look at when you're considering Union as a team. Teams like St. Lawrence, like Springfield, maybe not the best teams to get a win against, but the margin of victory that Union's been able to win by while letting up little to no points in all these games is really impressive.
St. Lawrence has it 1st and 10 at its own 30. Rodeo staying in at quarterback. He hands this one off. Not much room there for William Murray, I believe it was, number 38, junior from Bronxville, New York. They give him a yard to the 32. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Saints lining up here, drop back to pass.
Scrambling to his right is Rodeo, and he throws it up, and it's broken up.
Incomplete pass on the play.
Down there, Jake Benechet.
3rd down.
Knocking it away. That looked like it would have been out of bounds anyway. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, another 3rd and long here for St. Lawrence. Union only letting up, going into this game, 18.5% on 3rd down, and they've been amazing so far today. Only giving the Saints 5 first downs in that first half.
3rd down and 9, 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Clark goes in motion from left to right. Pass is complete, and it'll be a 1st down caught by Salyards. So Rodeo hooks up with Salyards out to the 46, 1st down, St. Lawrence.
These Salyards quick slants have been the most success that St. Lawrence they've been able to find today. They've completed 3 or 4 of those, and it's been a reliable way for the Saints to move the sticks.
First down and 10 for the Saints. Handoff Murray. Murray had a head of steam, but he got hit hard by number 31, Jordan Black, freshman linebacker from Trumbull, Connecticut. Had 9 tackles on the season coming in. Also had one of the 2 safeties that this Union team has had. Credited with that. Again, this Union defense, they've scored 2 touchdowns themselves, and they've also had 2 safeties. Faking the handoff, and he's going to get drilled as Spencer Goldstein comes in for the sack, as that was a big hit by Rodeo.
Spencer Goldstein coming off the edge completely unblocked. And Rodeo, facing the other way, just did not see him. A crushing hit, now creating a extremely long 3rd down situation for the Saints.
Backs the St. Lawrence offense up to the 38-yard line. They have to get to the Union 44. So it is 3rd and 18. Rodeo. Pass is almost intercepted. Looking for Nick Hutala, and it was almost picked off.
Manuel Green had that ball in his hands, just not quite able to grab it, and the punt teams will come on for both.
It will be 4th and long from the 38.
So Jack O'Brien out to punt. Kevin Rayback standing at the Union 30. 2:17 to go in the third quarter. High punt. Rayback's kind of looking almost right into the sun, and he makes the fair catch at the 28-yard line. Union fans, check out Price Chopper and Market 32 Advantage Rewards. Earn points while you shop and redeem for food or fuel savings. It's your choice. Visit pricechopper.com/rewards. That's Price Chopper and Market 32, a proud supporter of Union College athletics and Union College football. So back out is the Union offense, 1st and 10, and we got a new quarterback for Union. It's Patch Flanagan, the sophomore from Madison, Connecticut, who has thrown 10 passes so far this year, 5 of 10 for 61 yards. He's going to hand it off for Fiore. Fiore jumped up into the air and got tackled down. Got to be careful with that jumping, as he looked like he leaped right into the arms of one of the St. Lawrence defenders.
Union on. They got their heavy set in the game, trying to run out this clock. 2 tight ends on each, one on each side, and then 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Patch gets one to jump. He'll drop back to pass. Throw a long one down the sideline. A little too far away.
Looking for Dan Quinn. Pass incomplete, but like you said, I thought there was a flag down.
I don't think so. Patch definitely introduced a jump there, but I think he got back before the snap, and there wasn't any encroachment. A little bit of a line switch here for the Saints defense, as Union subs in a few other players too. Rayback's on the field, along with Dan Quinn at the top of your screen and Isaiah Russell.
St. Lawrence ran about 5 or 6 guys onto the field. Here's Flanagan, quick hitter to Leonard. Leonard makes the catch, and he is sent backwards and then hit late. Going to be short of the first down, out to the 36. It's going to bring up 4th and 2, and I assume Union's going to bring out the punt team.
Yeah, on comes Andrew Lau for Union.
So Lau out to punt. Boots it away. Back to receive is Selesky. He lets it bounce.
Good bounce for the Saints. Kind of rolls straight out of bounds and even a little bit backwards, giving them good field position right around the 41-yard line.
Final minute of this third quarter. Union in command here, 34-0. 1st and 10 for the Saints at their own 36-yard line. This has been another impressive effort. I mean, we keep saying it, but really, it sounds like a broken record, but we continue. There's not much else to say. I mean, the Union defense has been dominant. The offense has scored plenty of times. And, this defense, you've got Keefe running right, maybe gets a yard, and that's all really this Union defense is allowed in this game. No big plays, no scores. It's only been the one turnover that they had on the last play of the first half, an interception on the Hail Mary, but they haven't had to have many turnovers because they've just held St. Lawrence off the field here. A lot of 3-and-outs.
I tried to think about the intricacies of this Union defense, but in the end, they're really just good. Their front seven just doesn't let you run the ball. Their secondary is really good enough to hold the team. Their pass rush is great. They get 5 sacks. They get turnovers. They take what the offense gives them and just don't let teams run the ball. It's just that simple.
And that is all for the third quarter here from Frank Bailey Field. A happy Union crowd here so far this afternoon. The sun is shining. It is alumni weekend. It is homecoming, and Union is enjoying it. After 3 quarters, it is Union 34, St. Lawrence nothing. You are watching and listening to Union College football. Before we start this 4th quarter, Union fans can count on Nico's for great pizza and wings. Visit Nico's or call for delivery, serving lunch, dinner, and open late night. Nico's Pizzeria and Rooftop Tavern is located on State Street in the heart of downtown Schenectady. That's Nico's Pizza, a proud supporter of Union College athletics and Union College football. So as we get ready for this 4th quarter, if you joined us late, Union a couple of touchdowns in the 1st quarter, pass from Donovan Pichetti to Landers Green to get the scoring going. Then a 15-yard run from Michael Fiore. 10 points in the 2nd quarter, a field goal from Max Gluck and another Fiore touchdown. He's got 10 on the season. Then in the 3rd quarter, Tommy Leonard, a 21-yard pass from Donovan Pichetti to make it 31-0. And then a field goal from Max Gluck to give us our current score after 3, 34-0. So 14, 10, and 10 for Union. Goose eggs across the scoreboard so far for the Saints. Rodeo is in, and he gets hit. And they're going to say it's an incomplete pass, as rushing through there was Charlie Johnson to get the big hit on the Saints quarterback.
A little bit of a controversial one there. That ball definitely popped up, but also went forward. They won't give Goldstein the pickup on that fumble, but it'll be a tough 3rd down here for the Saints.
If you're looking at around the Liberty League, the only game currently in action is in the 4th quarter, and it is a close one as expected. Ithaca leads Hobart 17-14 on the South Hill. Big throw here from Rodeo, looking way downfield, and it is incomplete. And there's a flag down back where the quarterback was lying down, and that's not a great sign for Union. So they call roughing the passer. Dionis Polanco is the one who's flagged. So it'll give St. Lawrence a 1st down and move it all the way to the Union side of the field at the 48-yard line.
Only the 2nd time that the Saints have made it into Union territory today. The first one was right before the end of the 2nd half. They were unable to capitalize due to low time. We'll see if they can make something more here. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends for the Saints.
Taking the shotgun snap, handing it off, and this is Keefe running left. Aiden Keefe had 108 yards rushing coming into this game. He gets 2 there to the 46. So to bring up 2nd down and 8.
Hey, good shift, 9-5.
Union cycling some new faces out there on defense.
Full spread offense for the Saints on this play. 1 in motion. Motions into the sniff position.
That's Baldwin. Pass is caught on the far sideline. It looks like it was Hutala. Nick Hutala.
Well-placed ball there by Rodeo, just putting it where only his receiver can get it. And finally, they get a ball that can stay in bounds for a short 3rd down opportunity here.
3rd and 2. Looks like they're going to maybe scramble. Bouncing off of the initial line and not getting the 1st down is the quarterback, Rodeo.
Looks like a QB sneak, but Rodeo, guess he didn't see anything in the middle, or maybe it was designed differently, but tried to pop it outside. The Union defense was not fooled.
I didn't think there was much room in there. It looked like it was Mitchell Bishop, Charles Johnson in there. So it's fourth down. St. Lawrence has its offense out on the field. They're going to run it again with the quarterback, and he is not going to get there. Union's defense stands up again. Terrific job by this defense. Jaden Duncan, I think, got a hand on the quarterback's leg and knocked him down before the first down line to gain. So it'll be a turnover on downs, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Union at its own 40-yard line.
Duncan had a great week last week. Defensive Player of the Week for the Liberty League. 2 tackles for a loss. Had a pick 6, and also had the blocked field goal. Just a truly record-breaking week for him.
Yeah, and he was named Liberty League Defensive Player of the Week for because of all of those accolades you just mentioned. The senior from New Jersey. Bad snap here. Flanagan is just going to pounce on it. That's a smart thing to do, even though it's a big loss on the play all the way back to the 25-yard line. Loss of 15.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that was a different center for Union, but that one just rolled all the way back towards Flanagan. He wasn't able to corral it.
It will be 2nd and long.
12:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. Union leading 34-0. Flanagan faked the handoff, and he's got it running on that far sideline. Takes a big hit out of bounds. I thought he had actually handed it off.
Most QBs run out of bounds there. He lowered his shoulder a little bit to try to get the extra yard.
3rd down. Ball placed at the 30-yard line. 3rd and long.
Pick up a 5 on the run from Flanagan.
3 wide receivers set here for Union. 1 tight end. They'll hand it off.
It's number 39 carrying the football, DJ Wright. Picked up 6 yards to the 36, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And that kind of possession that was doomed by that bad snap on 1st down, it's going to be 4th and 14, and Union will punt.
4th down. The ball will be played at the 36-yard line.
Ithaca has scored, so they lead Hobart 24-14. Midway through the fourth quarter in that game, Andrew Lau out to punt, and it's Matt Selesky back standing at his own 33-yard line.
Wow, puts a good ball up there.
Selesky calls the fair catch, makes it at the 30-yard line, and that's where St. Lawrence will start this drive. 10:46 to go in this game. It's been all Union, 34-0. Union is looking to improve to 5-0. And that would be 5-0 for Union head coach John Poppy, as he'd be the first coach, already the first coach in Union history to win his first 4 games. He matches the mark to stay undefeated through the first 5 games. Rodeo's pass is incomplete.
Incomplete pass on the play. Pass intended number 5.
And now Coach Poppy is just making his own record for someone else to try to break later on. Get through the most games he can.
Yes, if the Union wins this game, it certainly looks like they would. Poppy would tie Fred Dawson, who through his first 5 games, he had 3 wins and 2 ties back in 1912. Ties are tough to come by these days.
Yeah, a lot more common back then than they are now.
Rodeo takes the shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off. And getting a couple yards is Miles Jolly. as everybody kind of getting into the mix here in this fourth quarter, with Union having a commanding 34-0 lead. Jolly picked up a couple. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Spread set for the Saints. Union, 4 down linemen. Quick bubble screen, sniffed out by Jordan Black, the first-year linebacker. He was not fooled at all and makes a quick tackle after the catch to create a long 4th down, and the punt team will come on for the Saints.
So Jack O'Brien back out. He has certainly got enough. He won't need any practice tomorrow, O'Brien. He's gotten a lot of kicks in this afternoon, certainly more than St. Lawrence head coach Dan Puckhaber would have liked. Puts this one into the air. Raybacks calls the fair catch and makes it at the 33-yard line with 9:10 to go in this game. So things are going to get more challenging as we go on here for Union. It looks like they'll improve to 5-0. They are receiving votes in both national polls, but they're going to head out on the road after 3 straight home games next weekend at Rochester, and that's an improved Rochester team that is playing later this evening against Buffalo State, but they are 3-1, I believe. And then at Ithaca on October 14th, and that's going to be a big one, as that was DJ Wright got pushed backwards, lost a couple of yards. As we're looking at it, Ithaca still leading Hobart 24-14. Setting up for to be a big game October the 14th, Union at Ithaca. Obviously, the top 4 teams in the preseason poll, Union, RPI, Ithaca, and Hobart, whenever they play each other, you're going to have eyes on it, not only from the league perspective, but from the region and from around the country. Flanagan takes the snap. He's going to run it this way with Wright, and Wright gets a couple of yards, give him 2 back to the 30-yard line. It's still going to be 3rd down and 13. Clock running down here, 8 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this game.
3 wide receivers, 1 tight end for Union. Patch in the shotgun. He'll hand this one off up the middle.
Right with a big hole. Closes up. They'll bring up 4th down, but pickup of 8. Tackled by Perkins.
DJ Wright on the play. Dino Morelli and Ryan Donovan on the tackle.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and Union's going to bring out its punt team again. So Union content here with a commanding lead. They kind of just sit on it, run this clock. We still got 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this game. Union up 34-0.
Lau back to punt. Sends one up, a high flying ball. Fair catch called for. And it'll be taken about the 34-yard line.
That's Matt Selesky again. It'll be 1st and 10 for St. Lawrence at its own 34-yard line with 6:59 to go in this game. Again, it's been Union throughout. If you joined us late, Union scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, 10 more points in the second quarter to lead 24-0 at halftime. They added 10 more points in the third quarter, and it's 34-0. 3 minutes to go in Ithaca. Ithaca leading Hobart 24-14. First and 10 for St. Lawrence. Looks like they've got another new quarterback in there. High snap, handoff. And getting a couple of yards there is Jolly. In at quarterback is junior William Turner, junior from Coventry, Rhode Island. So we've seen 3 quarterbacks for the Saints, and their starting quarterback who started the year, Daniel Lawther, is injured. He didn't play last week either in the game against Castleton. So we saw Lederman, Rodeo, and now Turner. Jolly picked up 3. Going to be Jolly again. Starts in, now turns back up, and he gets hit hard. Good tackle there by number 92. Sammy Stewart.
Number 92, Sammy Stewart.
I tell you, there's no room to run even when Union is cycled through. You know, they're getting everybody out there on the field in terms of the defense. Stewart made a nice tackle there. There's still no room to go, though, for the St. Lawrence offense.
Stewart was just completely unblocked, found where the play was going, and just filled that hole perfectly.
Turner in the shotgun, 3 receivers here to the near side. He's going to throw. He's got Jolly, and it's off his hands. Incomplete.
Might have been good that Jolly dropped that one. Tyler Cafaro for Union was ready to line up a big hit. Instead, we'll get a punt teams coming on for both squads. Back to punts, number 1, Jack O'Brien.
Yeah, he's punted what feels like at least 10 to 15 times in this game. O'Brien to punt, Rayback standing at the 31-yard line on the other side of the field.
This one goes up, but not too far. Wait. Raybacks will let that one roll out, and now we'll have a Union ball at the 34.
So that's where Union's offense will start. First down and 10. Patch Flanagan is the one at quarterback again. He's going to hand this one to DJ Wright. And DJ Wright with a huge run, and that gives a pretty big spark to this Union sideline. The sophomore from Westbrook, Connecticut. Union hasn't had so many big plays, certainly not in this fourth quarter. It's the only quarter where they haven't scored. But I would say in the second half, it's been kind of more meticulous.
Yeah, Union's just been really focusing on the run game, getting the ball down the field and getting the time off the clock. It was a big play, though, and the Union bench is very excited to see their friends in the game and getting some yards.
Yeah, DJ Wright's had the last few handoffs, but that one was a big one. Gets all the way down to the St. Lawrence 45-yard line, 4:40 to go in this game.
Another handoff up the middle.
Wright hits the hole and gets 4 yards to the 41.
On comes number 18, Brennan Smith, the sophomore tight end.
Lots of guys getting action here, which is great. Certainly getting an opportunity to get out on the field, especially with a big crowd on hand and a big lead on the scoreboard.
Especially good during Parents' Weekend. A lot of these players' parents will be visiting, can see their sons play.
Flanagan takes the snap, hands it off for Wright. Wright looking for some room, trying to cut it up. He does, and he's got the first down inside the 35-yard line. Some nice running here from DJ Wright.
Yeah, Wright puts his hand on the back of his blocker, kind of follows him down the side, becomes nice and patient, waits for a good hole, and when he finds it, hits it. Gets a good 5-yard gain for the first down.
The ball will be placed at the 34-yard line. First and 10.
New quarterback out there for Union is the senior Kyle Becho from Portsmouth, Rhode Island. So we've seen 3 quarterbacks on each side. Now Becho takes the snap, hands it off, and DJ Wright gets a couple of yards.
DJ Wright on the play. Tackle on the play, number 53. Jen Cohen. Ball played.
Crowd is getting into it here as new players are coming onto the field each play seemingly, and it's crowd is yelling and cheering as different guys are getting out there. This is Aiden Markoff, and Markoff trying to stretch it out to the outside, couldn't get to the edge. Nice job by the St. Lawrence defense with the tackle there. Looked like it was Maxwell Kipp from nearby Hoosick Falls, New York. Nice tackle there for him.
3rd down from the 35.
2:15 to go. And it looks like the time has run out. Ithaca has defeated Hobart 24-14. So Ithaca with a huge Liberty League opening weekend win. And the horrors continue for Hobart at Butterfield, as this is Markoff again.
Markoff on the play.
Under 2 minutes we go.
We'll bring up 4th down. The ball will be placed at the 30-yard line.
4th down coming up. Pretty thorough effort here, Connor. Union winning this game right now 34-0.
Yeah, pretty handily. Like we said earlier, we talked about Endicott's win over them was 31-0. Very similar here for Union. So it could definitely push them up in the rankings. They beat, St. Lawrence, definitely not a team to look down upon. They're a good football team, but Union's just been an unstoppable defensive force so far this year that sets them up so well offensively to create these huge score differentials.
And again, you have to hand it to the defense. I mean, 34 points is great, and it looks good, and the offense did well, but the defense pitching a shutout, the 3rd shutout of the year, at least if this holds. There's 1:04 to go.
Also, the offense being assisted by some amazing field position, too. We had a blocked punt that led to one of the touchdowns. Just some great all-around football by Union College.
Union fans, there's an online store for all of your shopping needs. Visit unionathleticsgear.com for college gear and gifts for that fan in your life. Visit unionathleticsgear.com for all of your Union gear. If you're looking for some Garnet Charger apparel, anything you need, that is the place, unionathleticsgear.com. So the sun has come out here. It was a rainy morning and kind of misty throughout warm-ups. The sun came out, and Union's offense also showed up as well as its defense in this well-rounded 34-0 performance with 1:04 to go. Kyle Becho still in at quarterback. It's 4th down and 6. Going to hand it off, and the first down, as it's Markoff rather. Aiden Markoff picks up the first down, and that's a first down, and that's going to run out this clock here. So 34-0 Union in the lead. Just a dominating effort here for this Union College football team.
Yeah, one more knee, and that will be it for the game. Union moving to 5-0 to start out their Liberty League season.
So Becho takes a knee in victory formation as Union is going to improve to 5-0. And we don't have to, there's not much to analyze here of this one. Union came out, was the better football team. They improved to 1-0 in the Liberty League and 5-0 on the season. And hard to believe we're halfway home, but Union has just played some remarkable football so far this year, as they are now 5-0 under first-year head coach John Poppy. And that's pretty much it. We'll tell you how we got there quickly. All the scoring came in the first 3 quarters. Landers Green got us started. 11-yard touchdown reception from Donovan Piketty to make it 7-0. Michael Fiore's 15-yard touchdown run made it 14-0. A field goal from Max Gluck in the second quarter make it 17-0. Fiore's second touchdown of the game and 10th touchdown of the season made it 24-0 right before halftime. In the third quarter, it was Tommy Leonard who caught a 21-yard pass from Donovan Piketty. Piketty now has 7 passing touchdowns on the year, no interceptions. And Max Gluck kicked a field goal with 5:15 to go in the third quarter to give us all of our scoring. And Union pretty dominant in this one, 34-0. Piketty had a real solid game in terms of yards, Connor. Union 392. St. Lawrence 138. We'll quickly give you a couple of the leaders here. Again, another tremendous performance by this defense. Union for Piketty, 16 of 25 for 181 yards and 2 touchdowns. His top target was Landers Green, 7 catches for 82 yards and a touchdown. Tommy Leonard also had a receiving touchdown. Michael Fiore, 20 carries for 91 yards. Jonathan Anderson, 11 carries for 52 yards. And over on the defensive side of the field, Cole Da Silva and Ethan Vanderbrink led the way with 4 tackles, but it was just a well-rounded effort as kind of everybody got into it for the Union College defense. On the offensive side for St. Lawrence, Will Lederman, 8 of 21 for 66 yards and an interception. Cole Salyards, 3 catches for 44 yards to lead the way receiving. And the leading rusher was actually Aiden Keefe, who had 7 carries for 10 yards. Not really anywhere to go. I mean, if you look at it, St. Lawrence's rushing totals pretty much tell you the story. They ran the ball 24 times for 38 yards.
They did manage to beat Union's average of 32.5, but I don't know if they did it efficiently enough to make it worth it. But definitely a rough day for St. Lawrence. But Union comes out with a great win.
So some thank yous to hand out. Thank you, as always, to Steve Sheridan and his crew for everything that they help us do, for Athletic Director Jim McLaughlin and his staff, and Coach John Poppy, who joined us in the pregame, and also senior linebacker co-captain Cole Da Silva, who joined us for our halftime interview. So that'll do it. We are not back here until later in the month of October when Union hosts Hobart. The Union team will be on the road next week as they travel to Rochester. For everyone here that could put this broadcast together, and for Connor Collette, I'm Andrew Santillo saying so long. Union wins it 34-0 over St. Lawrence. First Liberty League win, and they improve to 5-0 overall.